And yeah, we're going to jump into a brief recap of what happened last session, which I do not currently remember.
I talked with my hat.
Oh yeah, you had a conversation with your hat. You found out how insuperior you are.
Oh, fuck. I am just a fuzzy walking mantle to display his greatness.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was possible for somebody to have a bigger ego than Mongo.
Right.
He's a cat. He's got a big fucking ego. And a wizard, too, so...
Yeah. I know Nikolai and Scav Urd were actually tracking down supplies to do some upgrades. And yeah, I'm just going to let us jump into tonight's session and see where we
I
go.
gotta chase a cat with no fur or skin, internal organs.
Oh.
Skelikitty.
Skelikitty. The one thing that Cayenne is going to more than likely adopt in the group.
Oh, there's a fucking possibility of that.
Alright. Oh, lordy, everything got moved. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Cool. Found the button. Alright. So, we're going to jump into tonight's session. Let's see. I had left off with you having a conversation with your hat. Find out how unsuperior you are.
Oh, wow, yeah. He's been around for a fucking while.
And Nikolai had gone downstairs to hit up on some gnomes.
Oh yeah, I was looking for Dr. Gnome to get more details on the glass. I need a special glass or something.
Yep.
I think Nikolai just has a thing for gnomes.
The only other ones that are smart enough to be good tinkerers.
Damn. First the hat, now Nikolai.
It's always been Nikolai. And Scav.
You know, to be honest, you can actually say that Scav is smarter than a box of rocks because he is a gemstone kobold.
Ah. That's pretty funny.
Alright. So, Nikolai, you head on downstairs. I need you to roll an investigation for me.
Sure. I don't have access to my character, so I'll just roll dice, and you can tell me what the number is.
Okay. I can do that for you.
19.
Here, I have a solution for right now. 19?
Yep.
Oh, guess what? We're going to make him live his 2 5 days over again. He has to do physical math.
Yeah, but he likes that.
Well, he is Nikolai.
If Nikolai had to get a nickname, I'd bet money Nate would want Thaco.
I thought it would be Poindexter. So that was a 19 on the die?
Yep.
Alright. Do you go down with your monkey?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. You head on downstairs. You're riding on your monkey's head. And, yeah, you do see a few gnomes that are gathered around one of the more short tables.
It's so blurry. What the heck?
That's just your glasses, bud.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you see a couple of gnomes just sitting around the table. They're passing around drinks, handing out.
Okay. All right. So is it like one of the bars that has the little people?
No, it's like an actual like just a table that's set up in the tavern, and there's chairs around it, and they're all gathered around. Some of them are throwing coins into the middle of the table.
Okay.
And you can hear them just all talking gnomish back and forth.
Okay. All right. So, guess since a monkey is carrying me, right? Yeah. So I'll just, hi guys.
This gnome turns around, and you almost like have to do a double take because you're like, oh my god, it's a dwarf sitting with a bunch of gnomes, but it's just a gnome with this glorious beard. And they just look at you. Oi! Look! Look! It's a rat and a monkey.
I am not a rat. I am a moon mouse.
He picks you up and starts examining you and like
Hey,
pulling your arm out, looking, turns you upside down.
Hey!
Oh, it's a male. Puts you back down.
Hey! You know, you could have asked. My name is Nikolai.
And one of the other gnomes looks over. Ah, Nikolai.
Yes. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. We're comparing inventions.
Inventions?
Yes, we're the Travelers 5.
The Travelers 5. What do the Travelers 5 do?
We travel around, gather inventions, try to outdo each other. Behold, my turtle with cannons on it.
Hey, look over.
Glorious. And you see this massive, like, shell sitting there, and you see all these cannons just bolted onto the back with all these pole pin strings and everything.
That is cool, man.
And the
I
turtle,
love it and I want one.
and the turtle itself has like these really thick goggles resting on its head and thick earmuffs that are also resting a little above its where its ear holes are. So you're just looking at these 5 gnomes.
So, this flying monkey machine is my steel defender.
This
His name is Ace.
one of the others looks over and she just kind of smiles a bit, and she's had a lot to drink at this point. You can see her freckles are very prominent on her face from the alcohol. And she's like, Ace,
Yeah.
Huh. Have you ever got bored during combat and you just like want to take a break and have your sword stab for you? I made an invention for that.
I haven't seen a lot of combat recently.
I call it the self-stabby stabby.
Self-stabby stabby?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be better to be the auto-stabby stabby? Because self-stabby stabby implies that it'll stab yourself.
No. It itself does the stabbing.
Oh, that okay. I understand with that language logic. Okay, it stabs by itself. Gotcha.
Yes.
That is really cool. Can I show you my personal creation?
They all kind of look at it and they're like, if you buy us all a drink, yeah, buy yourself in at the table.
Will do. Pull out my gold from our hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on the table.
The Gunnar's wife comes by, takes the coin, she walks
Okay.
off.
And then I pull out my machine in my pocket and put it on the table.
They all gather around looking at it. A few of them are adjusting their goggles.
I think it's about 3 feet in all directions, right?
Yeah.
The size and everything? Okay. Is there about 3 feet on the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's taking up a lot of room, crowding it, but there's enough room.
Okay. I say, get bigger, please.
And it just expands, pushing drinks and coins. Some of the coins fall off the floor and tumble and roll. And they all just kind of look at it and they're like... And this really old, like, gnome just looks over and he's just kind of got, like, squinty eyes. And he's like, well, I've seen better stage performances from a dead cat.
Wow. Well, I wasn't trying to perform. I was just showing the thing I made.
And he just kind of looks you up a little
What do you
bit.
guys think?
The youngest gnome there kind of looks over. And it's like, I like it. It's
Thank
got
you.
it's neat. It's rustic.
Well, yes. It's only the second version of the one of this. The other two broke. Not broke like we're bad broke. Broke like got destroyed broke.
And they all just kind of laugh at each other, and they all just kind of say "Nomish" at the same time. Oh, it's an amateur tinkerer. And the young one that was just interested is like, well, Amrish, you're Amrish.
Amrish?
You're not that wrong. You don't use electricity.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow, that's a jump.
It's like, and Ace here, Starbar, a otter of some sort.
The really old one that just kind of like sized you up and shot you down instantly.
Help me figure out how to do.
He looks over and he's like, I've worked with her a little bit. She's brilliant.
No, she's kind of brutal. My hand still hurts.
Back when the academy permitted me, I was a fine teacher.
Yeah?
They're like, oh no. And they all just kind of roll their eyes and they're all just like, shut up.
Did you teach Starbar?
He's like, oh no.
Oh, okay.
That's natural talent, unlike you probably.
Well, I did this thing until I met Starbar, and then she helped me figure out like how to be really good.
And he's like, you know how we disciplined our students? We sent them down to the grinder. And they're like, oh no.
I'm listening intently.
They're like, oh yeah, the grinder. It's just like this really big like gearbox, and there's lots of really like big, medium, and small gears, and you're more than likely just to lose a limb because you're not allowed to turn it off because it's really important.
What does it do?
We're not sure.
Okay.
Above our pay grade. Cayenne. You get back to the tavern and you head on inside, and you're just kind of like taking in the sights and sounds of being back and away from where you were at. And you kind of look around a little bit and you see Nikolai standing on top of something at a table with a bunch of gnomes. Most notably is his little contraption is standing out.
I will look in that direction, but knowing Nikolai getting into trouble as he always does, I will take my butt up to the room.
All right. You head off in that direction, and you go up the stairs. As you get up to the top of the stairs, that strange contraption lift thing opens up, and a few elves walk out talking about it. But eventually you do make it back to the room, and you head on in, and it's rather quiet in the room. You do see Mongo sitting there at a table, and his hat's on the table, and he's just occasionally glaring upstairs at something, and you could probably guess it might be Scav Urd.
I'm just gonna make my way inside and just get comfy.
Yeah. You see Cayenne come just walk right past you.
Welcome back. Don't worry, I'll have everything under control in just a minute or two.
I
No
don't
problem.
even want to know.
No,
Flopped,
really
flops
don't.
on the bed and just flops on the bed.
Yeah, it's much later in the day. It's nighttime at this point, and yeah, you've been walking most of the day. And you just hear weird sounds upstairs as something is knocked over.
Hearing the sounds, wanting to get comfortable, annoyed with said sounds, ignoring any warnings, just goes upstairs.
I can fix that. You might not want... I can kind of explain.
You go
Try
upstairs.
to stop me and I'm kicking your skull in.
Oh, no. I'm only
I won't
using words.
sleep.
I haven't moved from my spot. I know better.
You get upstairs to the head of the thing, and you see there's a couple of candle holders that have been knocked over, and the moonlight is starting to come through, and it comes through, and you see this thing turn its head in your direction, and it's literally an animated skeletal cat.
I come up at a safe distance behind her.
Why? Can I not like leave and go somewhere and just come back to normalcy instead of you fuck offs fucking shit up?
This is not really fucked up. Look, I can
When
fix
did I
this.
become the babysitter? That was Augie's job.
Well, Augie fucking left us.
You see this like skeletal cat just like flops over like a cat does and paws at the candle a little bit.
How did it even get here?
Well, apparently it's kind of been traveling with us for a while. Hold up hat and point. Apparently Humphrey has been holding on to a few things from some previous owners. Kitty being one of those. I got everything else back in.
The cat jumps off and starts walking in your direction, Cayenne, like cats do, weaving in and out of like legs of things.
I hold Humphrey down. Come here, come here.
I'm going to assume it does not need any food.
I don't know. Humphrey, where the fuck did he come from?
And Humphrey just ignores you at this point. And if you guys want, you can do an investigation on the cat.
16.
16?
14.
14? You look over and you see there's like a collar on it and it catches some light and you see the name Bo on the collar.
Bum.
Is that the name of the one who had him beforehand, or is that his name? Come here, Bo.
It just stops in its tracks and just... If it had eyes, it would just be eye fucking you with anger.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I know I'm not the one who originally. Yeah, but here.
It just ignores you and circles around and goes to the balcony's edge and it tries to jump off and you hear all the bones just go scattering across the floor.
Oh. Well, I guess that'll be easier. I make my way fucking down to start collecting the fucking bones.
As you go down the stairs, you see all the bones kind of come together and reconnect, and it reassembles and it shakes itself out and it jumps onto Cayenne's bed and curls up on where the foot of the bed is.
How many animals did your hat eat?
Best of my knowledge, this is the only one that he was hanging on to. I'm really not sure between the dresser that walked away from me, the box that told me it didn't feel like being identified. I can just feel the done with this shit look from her. Can't even see the monitor, but I can feel it.
Did you miss it?
A little bit. A little bit.
Welcome back, Cayenne.
Make my way over. It's okay. It's okay.
And it's just, you can't tell if it's trying to sleep or if it's watching you. And it's very off-putting.
I'm just going to lay on my bed and note my brain out for the rest of whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, just let me get,
You watch as Cayenne flops on the bed, and the cat gets up and goes over and lays right next to her, where you damn well know not to go.
I didn't ask for this. Or did I? I just want to talk. Need a fucking demonstration. You know, a list would have been great.
You feel something bonk you in the head.
You now have a list.
It's the shopping list that you were given.
That's not the list you want.
Thank you, Humphrey. Appreciate that.
You got the list. But oddly enough, there's no Scav Urd to be found in the room at all, or Feisty. So, back to you at the table.
So the last thing was the old man was telling stories about his teaching days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teaching, torturing, whatever.
Going to go through this story or just
No.
kind of like background?
He's just kind of, it's kind of just droning on at this
Okay,
point, and
okay.
you're just like, oh my god.
Okay.
You're like, are all tinker... Going through your head probably is along the lines where all tinker teachers this violent.
So I'm trying to figure out how to enable myself to see in the dark, because my brothers can see in the dark, and I got some goggles being delivered for me eventually for my sister. But I know, I'm pretty sure I figured out how to make it, but I think I need like some special glasses. Do you guys know what glass I need?
They all look at each other and they're like, and one of them goes, yeah, of course, we know exactly which glass you need.
Do you know how I can get some here?
Well, we could sell you some tomorrow when we're open.
Does it have to wait till tomorrow?
Yes. It's
Okay.
a rule.
It's a rule?
No shopkeeping while off hours.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. All right, so you'll be in the marketplace tomorrow?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. How much does it cost?
Each lens is about 10 gold.
10 gold? Okay, cool. Very good. How can I find you guys tomorrow? Where in the market will you be?
And the older one's like,
It's
"Oh,
pretty big.
You can't miss us.
I'm only this tall. Excellent.
Yeah. He literally's like, you can't miss us.
I appreciate it. So I'll just look for the 5 of you, huh? Okay.
They're all just like, they've all been drinking at this point. And eventually, drinks are had and some snacks are brought over too. And one of them looks at it and they're like, I got a special drink for you.
Oh, yeah?
And they take out something and they all look over at him and they're like, and they open up this container and they get a shot glass and they shake it out. And they look at the shot glass and they're like, maybe you have a thimble? And one of them just kind of starts searching in their pockets, and they take about a good 5 minutes to search their pockets. And one of them finally produces a thimble and hands it over, and they're like, and they pour this liquid in there, and it's almost like, you would think it was oil at first as it hits.
Okay.
And they do like a tiny little like eyedropper almost of liquid on top of it.
Okay.
And they kind of shaking it around a little bit, and they hold it out to you.
Grab it. Actually,
Of course,
just
you
one
guys
hand.
have a drink that looks like fucking motor oil.
Smell it.
It just smells so acrid and just strong, like it almost stings your nose a little bit from the acridity of it.
What's this?
Drink it.
All right. No, not worth living if not experimenting.
I need you to roll a con check at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck.
Nine. Okay. You find it on my PDF since D&D Beyond doesn't want to work.
Oh
for me.
no, he has to do real math.
I always do the math. I just have to find the number.
Come on there, buddy.
It's in a weird spot. 12.
12. You drink this and you instantly have a very bad feeling. It just sinks into you. Everything seems to like slow down for a few moments, and you instantly take 2 points of exhaustion
Whew.
as the pure extracted espresso hits your body mixed with alcohol.
Oh no.
Your heart is racing so fast in your chest that you feel like you might be dying. And you can't keep your hands straight. They're shaking like dislodged pistons in an engine.
What'd you guys do to me?
We gave you some go juice.
Yeah. This is worse than that bean my sister gave me. Oh my god.
And it's actually...
She called it a coffee bean. Is that what this is?
They're like, no, this is a express go bean.
Oh my god.
And your chest is actually hurting from how much your heart is beating.
Oh god.
And every time you move, you're moving so fast that it's actually hurting your muscles a little bit.
How do I stop it?
They're like, oh, you don't. You just write it out.
Woo. Oh god. Should I go run? I don't know. Will that be worse?
How did Nikolai die for the first time? Express go juice.
Oh god.
And you just feel the acidity hit your empty stomach at this point too.
Is there food on the table?
There's all sorts of stuff on
I start grabbing stuff to eat. Especially stuff that I know that'll help, probably like breads and Jesus.
Do a perception at disadvantage because you're panicking.
Yeah, but my brain is going a mile a second, so they cancel each other out.
Nope.
Can you focus in this state?
How did Nikolai die?
Oh God. One.
You start panicking and you reach out and you grab something, you just take a yomp of it. And I need you to roll another con at disadvantage.
Oh God.
I'm gonna laugh, it's another 1.
14.
14? I had another point of exhaustion there.
Oh God. Oh God.
You take the big yomp of the first thing you
I'm
grab,
trying to figure out where exhaustion is on here so I can.
and your hands are vibrating so bad that you realize, you look at what you're eating because you're having trouble focusing. You realize you just took a bite out of a coffee bean
Oh God.
that was covered in chocolate.
No. Look for something else. Look for it in my pockets. Stuff I know that's not a coffee bean. The coffee beans are here.
You start searching around. You reach out. You grab something. You take a bite of it, and you start eating it because it's creamy.
Yeah.
And it's like the most rawest and purest form of just like gorgonzola you can imagine.
All right. We'll go with the trope that mice like cheese. Sure. And just start. Oh.
It's not slowing you down. You're just eating through this like a Tasmanian devil, essentially. But yeah. What's Nikolai's heart rate right now? Probably about 250.
Yeah, probably.
What's Nikolai's heart rate? All of it.
Tom must be tired just from listening to this.
Hello, babe.
You said I have 3 levels of exhaustion now?
Yep.
God. It's just all the bad.
Oh my god.
What does 3 levels do to me now? Jesus.
A lot. Like, a lot. So you have disadvantage on ability checks. Speed is halved. Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws as well.
Ooh, boy.
You've been here before.
Yeah, I have been, for sure.
So you're laying there just heaving, and like on your back, and your belly is bulging. You have to undo various straps because you've eaten so much of this cheese.
Yeah, because of that acrid coffee they gave me.
And they're just kind of looking at you, and they're like, "You okay?"
I have a tiny little heart.
We gave you a tiny little amount.
Not tiny enough. Needs to be tiny, tiny. Next time.
The old one who speaks up, he's like, "Well, you're not dead yet."
No, I think I'm going to though.
Why didn't you go to bed and sleep it off?
Yeah, well, I want to hang out with you guys though.
So you're gonna hang out for the night with him?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Just try to calm down a little bit and have conversations. You know, share my notes with some of the other things that I've created. But basically, just hang out for a couple hours and just go to bed.
What are you doing for the rest of the night, Mongo?
Gonna try a couple of times to call Skelikitty over and say, fuck it.
Try Mage Hand. Can't weigh more than 10 pounds.
Not gonna try to mage hand the Skelecat.
Tries to roll that, slide a paw, rolls a 1, slaps Cayenne right on the ass with Mage Hand.
Yeah.
How did Mongo die? Yes, this is how he died.
Yep. You got a
Nikolai
little too
comes-
mage handsy.
Nikolai comes back to the room. Cayenne has a new hat. All right, so
I might as well head up to my bed. Start kind of get comfy, and then grab the new card
okay.
and try to remember as much as I fucking can.
Do a wisdom at extra disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Extra.
So like roll a 3 on there? Because I just got a 3 on my dice on the first one.
I don't know that it can get much worse. I mean, it can.
Could
It's
roll
him.
a
He
1.
could roll a
He
1.
could.
Yeah.
Are you trying to
So
kill
that's a
Momo?
total of 5.
So you flop on the bed and you start looking over the card after putting Humphrey away, and just eventually just drift off to sleep. And about the only thing you really dream of is being on a boat, the sounds of the ocean, and you awaken by falling out of bed and hitting the bed next to you. Or hitting the floor next to the bed. Cayenne, it is the next morning. You wake up and, like all good cats, this cat has been just curled up next to you, keeping guard.
What? I've been claimed?
It just gets up and it stretches a little bit and rubs against you some, and it's kind of weird having a skeletal cat rub against you.
That would be weird. That would definitely be weird.
You can feel the bones vibrating a little bit, like as if it were purring.
I'll reach a hand down to see what the cat does.
It just kind of, stretches out a little bit like it's going to boop your finger.
I will, as carefully as I can, pick up said cat and let it curl up about the middle of my back where my harness would attach together.
It kind of does a little circle thing, kneads a little bit, and just kind of settles down there.
You have a skeletal cat now. All right.
How weird does it get? D&D get? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Cayenne, as you're getting up in the morning and you've had this strange encounter, you look around a little bit and you don't see Feisty anywhere. You kind of look upstairs a bit past the banister. You don't see Feisty up there. You don't see Scav at all either. But you do see Nikolai passed out in his contraption on the table in the middle of the room where you order food.
He gonna push him moving.
You're gonna push him out of the way.
Yep.
You wake up to your machine being jostled and this pounding headache from the night's events.
Okay. Did I get rid of 1 point of exhaustion?
High or low?
God, really? I didn't get a full night's rest.
High or low? You said.
Aye, sure.
No, you've only been in bed about 3 hours.
I'm staying asleep then. I'm going back to sleep.
And his machine hits the ground, and you just kind of,
Yeah, I let the gyroscopic control just level me out. I don't care. I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah. You hear the crash, and do you crawl over to the banister to see what's going on? And you look down, and you see the crashing of Nikolai's machine off the table.
Oh shit, do I have any concept of what time it is?
What did you do wrong this time? Don't kill him.
He's moving his machine because it's in the way of where we get food.
That's fair.
And
Go
if
back
you want,
to sleep!
if you want, you can do a
It's
perception.
not morning yet.
It is morning.
And yeah.
Starts moving his gyrosphere around like a soccer ball until he looks and sees it's morning.
The light comes in, just hits you right in the eyes.
Oh god.
10.
10?
Oh god.
You're kind of rubbing your eyes a little bit. You get better, clearer vision downstairs, and you see that skeletal cat curled up on the small of Cayenne's back.
Oh god, I feel like shit.
And then you just kind of look around a little bit, and his monkey comes walking out of the bathroom with a towel wrapped around its waist. Cayenne, since you have been present, please describe said monkey.
Well, some people have wondered if what happens when Nikolai gets wet now, because he now has a flying monkey machine.
The look of what the fuck on Cayenne's face right now.
Yeah, so when he figured out how to create the Steel Defender, a trait of the Battlesmith Artificer, he got his Steel Defender was a flying monkey. So it's about 3 feet tall. He's got bat-like wings, like a fuzzy but made out of metal collar.
The look on Cayenne's face.
His eyes and mouth have this kind of like pulsating glow, glowing between green and purple, back and forth. And his name is Ace.
So think of almost like a liquid metal monkey that flies.
And wearing a towel.
Yeah,
Apparently wearing a towel right now.
because it took a bath.
It took a bath. All right, that's cool.
I'm going to assume our room is named Oz at this point.
That's fair. That's fair.
And he's the wizard.
No, Mongo's wizard.
I did point to you.
I did point to you.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of disassociation there.
It sometimes gets a little difficult to fucking tell the difference.
So you ordering breakfast, Cayenne?
Oh, God. Okay, and you got anything to get rid of this headache? Please?
I don't.
You don't? Crap. Oh, you remember how, like, I was always wondered, like, what taking these coffee beans and concentrating the power of them. Yeah, somebody figured that out already. No, I'm never gonna do that again. Whew. Oh God, I died. I swear. It hurt everywhere. Oh, my chest.
It feels like
That's why I avoid people that like to meddle in things and invent things.
it feels like Cayenne probably kicked you in the chest, but she didn't.
Oh, oh God. Maybe I'll eat some more food. Maybe that'll make me feel better.
As you think of that, you hear him start just upchucking in his machine, and suddenly Jace comes over and nudges you at the machine, and you're sloshing around in the vomit.
Oh, oh God. Ugh.
And it's kind of like
Mongo, help, please.
it's kind of like
Disgusting.
corner store, old gas station coffee mixed with blue cheese.
Oh. Do I at least feel better now?
The smell's making you feel just as bad.
Oh.
Mongo, please help. Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. They get cleaned off. Please clean that.
You see him climb out of this machine, and the smell hits both of you at that point.
Oh God.
Oh, no, no, no.
Ace grabs you like this, walks back into the bathroom, and you hear him just get dunked into the tub. It happens to have water in it.
Okay, that's good. Thanks, Ace.
And he just shoves you under the water and starts scrubbing you like a dishcloth.
Oh, okay. Does it feel good? Kind of like a nice little
You're
massage
having
all over the body.
breathing underwater.
Keep my head above water, please, Ace.
Shoves
I
you back
can't breathe
under and
water.
scrubs you. And pulls you back out.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
Shows you back under and starts scrubbing again.
Okay, I think I'm clean now.
Puts you in a towel, wrings out the towel with you on it.
Now he's fluffy.
So-
A fluffy Nikolai, oh God.
What do you do?
Oh, he did ask for help.
Okay, what are you doing? Cheeky.
Going to go over, check out his gizmo.
Mm-hmm. The smell gets way worse as you get closer.
Clean it. Besides, that is not good enough.
The smell is worse than what you smelled at the bandit outpost.
Ew. Oh, we're fixing that. Yeah, I'm getting rid of all the vomit and God knows what else. So, yeah, I'm cleaning the inside of it, prestidigitating it clean with making whatever I think is mess go away. And then I'm going to add a new smell.
Okay.
Bubblegum.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better than nothing.
And then,
Make it all pink.
well, I do have that wand of glitter bomb.
Oh God, you did get that, you bastard!
Cayenne, you have your little sunshroom standing there in front of you. It just looks over at your brothers, motioning like, why?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm going to
Okay.
make the inside smell of bubblegum and glitter.
What does glitter smell like?
You're going to fucking find out.
He walks out of the bathroom and he's just like this big puff ball.
Wait, what? Oh my God! What'd you do to me, Ace?
You try to shake it out, but you can't shake it out.
Oh God, this is going to be a bad day, ain't it? I just want one thing to go right today.
One thing has gone right, according to manga.
Alright. Did you guys order any breakfast?
Cayenne's actually probably put in the order by now.
So where you been, Cayenne? What'd you do? I missed you. Thank you for back.
Appreciate the notes, by the way.
Yes, that was
From what we could read of them.
that way we didn't have to panic that you just disappeared.
I was away with other druids. I will talk about the matters later. I need food right now.
Okay. Everything all right?
Everything is fine,
Okay.
Nikolai. I'm just hungry. It's early in the morning. I'm cranky. Your antics already annoyed me this morning.
I didn't do anything. It's just I feel like shit.
So food.
Yes, food,
I
think,
ordered
will be
food.
good.
We wait for food.
Thank you.
So as you sit quietly, you see the various mushrooms. The light shroom is standing in, just walking with the light as it treks across the table.
Not the weirdest thing I've seen today.
Thank you for cleaning out my machine, Mongo.
Oh, you're welcome.
I walk over to it and get smaller, please.
And you see it. Foomp.
Get it, put it in my pocket.
Concentrated glitter.
Oh, this is gonna either go really good or really bad. Either way, it's gonna be glorious.
Do I smell the bubblegum?
You do smell something, and it smells rather fruity, but you assume it was just one of the gnomes.
Okay.
Or maybe something Cayenne picked up.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, breakfast is delivered to the room, and you see like these plates sitting around, accountable for everybody in the group.
Hey, where's Scav?
And you see like this layer of like hash browns, and you see diced up sausage on it. Some of it's normal, some of it looks a little bit more red than others. And there's like gravy over the top, and you can see all this melted cheese as well. It's kind of like a breakfast poutine, essentially.
I fucking want this.
I get up from the table and go get Scav.
You leave the table and you go upstairs. Scav's bed is still made.
Hey!
And you don't see.
Where's Scav? Where's Feisty? What's happening?
You just hear the sound of plates food being eaten downstairs.
I look around for a note from Scav.
Do an investigation.
Wait, Scav can write?
Yes, he can actually.
Okay, let me find investigation on this sheet.
Oh, it's under I.
Yeah, I know, but where is the skills on the
First
character?
page.
15.
15. You do see a note that's been tacked at his height to one of the table legs. And you kind of look down off the banister, and you see there is actually a message board that hasn't been utilized at all.
Everybody's putting notes in weird spots. It's like, can I read it from this height?
It's a little bit harder, but Ace comes up and just lifts you up by the back of your jacket.
Thanks, Ace. You're awesome.
And it says, "Gone scout and be back."
Okay.
But it's just written in crayon.
As
That's
per
all right.
typical. Okay. Grab the note. Go back downstairs. Let's go eat. Let's go eat, Ace.
And you get to the table, and there's a big plate there, more than you can eat. They just made it normal sized.
Oh, okay.
About mango sized plate for you. And there's a bowl there, and it's mixed with like old like knives and spoons that are basically
Awesome.
retired. And Cayenne, you see this weird flying monkey sit down and pull this bowl over to itself, and it reaches in and grabs one of the old retired spoons and just takes a bite out of it.
I'm glad they remembered that that Ace was here.
Oh, I'll watch for a second.
Yeah, he
shake
eats
my head
metal.
and go back to eating.
Ah,
Just no
What's the
fucks given
cat
about
eat?
any nonsense right now.
yeah, and he's just eating through the, like, various pieces of scrap metal.
Gonna have to keep. So Ace, do you need to eat every day, buddy,
He just gives you a look, and it's just like this dignified.
or is it just a thing you like to do? Well, I need to understand.
Do an intelligence there,
I need
buddy.
to make sure I'm taking care of you, bud.
Does Skelekitty try to keep any of the omnums?
No.
Intelligence, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It's +4, right? Okay, 17, 21.
21. You kind of think about it for a little bit yourself, using your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You assume that just like anything, even though it's a construct of some sort, it does need to eat daily.
It does need to eat daily?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get a regular supply of scrap metal now, aren't I?
And the other thing you could probably surmise is it does shit bricks.
Like bricks of metal. That's actually probably pretty cool. Would it be? Wow. Would it be refined like the impurities of like?
Or would it be just made up of the impurities?
Yeah, that's it. Would it be made up of?
It is
Which
a waste
could,
of product.
Yeah, which would not necessarily be a bad thing.
Everybody, welcome to D&D, where the concept of the refined properties of a steel defender.
What does a steel defender's
Jesus.
excrement look like?
What does it do? What is it?
We'll discuss that on Discord.
I'm gonna pull out that scroll that Starbar left me, and I'll write on it with my own pen. What was I gonna say? I'll think about that later. Go back.
Okay. But yeah, this breakfast has had about an hour passes, and you guys are getting to near the end of breakfast. You do spot long ago there are biscuits on it, and you take a bite of it, and it's super buttery and flaky, and there's little bits of cranberries in it that have been dried out and candied.
Ooh, biscuits with red cranberries. That sounds delicious. Again, not on our plates.
Just chips. There's a problem here. Hint.
Oh, so
Hint.
I found a note from Scav Urd. Apparently, he's going scouting ahead. He just says, "Show."
And you see in crayon, Gone Scouting. G-O-N. And then Scouting is like S-C-O-U-T-I-N.
Does it almost look like scooting? That's right, I forgot he can write.
He's not an idiot. Jeez,
He suffered a lot of head trauma.
that's true.
Deservingly so. You should not have done the things to, warrant half of it.
But you are full of breakfast now, Cayenne. As are the rest of you.
So, oh yeah. So what information did Starbar give me on taking care of the Steel Defender?
Absolutely none, because you didn't ask for any.
True. Okay. So yeah, I will write that. Hey, Starbar, what do I need to know about taking care of Steel Defender? His name is Ace, by the way. And see if that has any effect.
Okay. What are you doing, Cayenne?
I'm just going to be chilling for the most part, learning more about the new shroom that I have, and just remembering the information I was given by the other druids.
Okay. You see her.
So, don't have anything planned.
Okay. You see her kind of dig around in her pack a little bit, and she takes out like a little pot, and you see like a new mushroom sprouting there.
Oh,
And it kind of looks like a little stumpy mushroom at the moment.
go over to take a look at it. You
Is
got
that
a new
one?
mushroom.
Yes, I do, and you're not allowed to touch it
Okay. What does
or
it do?
examine it.
What does he do? Or it do?
I don't know what they do, and that is only my information.
Okay. So.
I don't ask what your new inventions do,
Well,
and I'm going to keep it that way.
Okay. So you don't want to tell us what you did for the past couple days?
I just did earlier. I went to speak to other druids. We exchanged knowledge.
Oh.
That's all that happened.
Well, what'd you learn?
Tools of the trade, like you do when you go yammering your jaw with every tinkerer or inventor that you meet.
Okay.
Except I do mine in private settings, whereas you do it in public settings. That could easily get you in trouble if you were to give the wrong information to the wrong person, and or get the rest of us in trouble.
So don't talk to people? I don't.
More or less talk to people in more private settings rather than in public earshot where the wrong person could hear you.
Hear me talk about inventions?
We've
I
gotten a
don't-
bit
Yes,
better
because
about
you could
it.
potentially know about a new invention from someone that could be valuable to the wrong kind of person.
Help me understand what you're getting at there, sister, please.
She's worried that somebody is going to overhear and use your new invention for nefarious reasons.
Put it in more simpler terms for you to understand, Nikolai. In other words, discuss inventing new things out of earshot from groups of people. In other words, don't do it in the middle of a tavern. In a busy tavern. With many eyes and many ears on you.
Okay.
And it kind of just like makes you wonder a little bit because you guys know of Scav Urd's lineage, and he's wandered off by himself.
Because if you remember, the one pink annoying lady that Scav spoke to,
Was I?
she did mention that we needed to be careful about who we spoke around and what we spoke of. That's what I'm trying to get at, Nikolai. Because it seems like anytime we speak about anything out in a public setting, especially a tavern, we always end up in some sort of trouble or getting into some annoying situation that some of us don't want to deal with in the first place.
Oh boy, if you've been here for the last 2 episodes.
Like what? What
Oh,
happened?
man.
That was I don't.
If you want to chime in, Mongo, you can go ahead and chime in. I see you percolating a thought over there.
Well, so we made some new friends.
Ears immediately pinned back.
And I
Glaring.
immediately stepped back.
You almost step off the table.
Yeah.
So we can't make friends now? I don't understand what's going on here.
Do you mean actual friends, or are we forced into another fucking contract because someone got grabby or opened their fucking mouth?
He met somebody who can actually teach him how to do the things that he does, but better. And I now have a mentor who both
That's good.
has and hasn't been with me for quite some time.
Huh? Yeah, that don't make no sense, brother.
You're gonna hate my answer to this, but both yes and no.
Explain.
The short and skinny of it is timey-wimey shenanigans.
Timey, whiny shenanigans?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Cayenne, you remember how I was learning how to do all the prestidigitate a couple little sparkles and stuff? I knew I had a long way to go to kind of play catch-up. And, Plume Tree, my mentor, caught me up, and I also realized just how little I actually fucking knew.
Oh yeah, he did something to you, huh?
Yeah. I learned quite a lot in a very short amount of time.
Huh. Okay.
But also, it took quite a while for me to actually learn it at the same time.
Huh? So how did he do it?
A very, very powerful spell or series of powerful spells.
Okay.
Magic.
Well, yeah. I understand magic. Can you explain what happened?
Well, as it turns out, most of the pointy hats start learning at a very young age.
Uh-huh.
Very, very young age on how to do the things that we learned how to do.
Okay.
I didn't. He basically altered certain points of our past and taught me those things.
Oh. So, he went back in time or something?
Kind of, yeah.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. What could I do if I went back in time? Oh, there's so many things I could do right or change that didn't go right.
Well, it's because everything that happened still happened the way that it did. So when I tried to use identify and accidentally blew shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point in time, I didn't know it, but he kind of taught me how to do things, so a portion of me kind of knew how to do that.
Seeing the explanation over here, it looks like he's just hurting his own head.
Yeah. Fucking time travel. There's a reason why it gets messy in movies.
Because you shouldn't do it.
Yep. I swear to God, there was some things that was just kind of flying around it at 88 miles an hour or some shit.
Am I feeling better after getting some food and removing the poison that was in my stomach?
Having some food and stuff, you're just still feeling like dog shit.
Yeah.
Your head's a lot less headachy, but
That's the biggest thing. When does the market open again? I gotta go meet those guys. They can bring me some. They can give me the glasses I need.
probably about an hour or so. But
You know
yes.
I'm gonna demonstrate something that I know how to do now.
Okay, go ahead and demonstrate away.
I'm gonna find something in the room that is. That's right. Object or creature you can see within 30 feet. Ultra small. Okay. What's something I know that Cayenne can actually grab and lift in the.
In the room?
Yeah. I know a lot of things, but something that she could still grab a hold of pretty easily.
A chair?
A little heavier.
Oh no, throw something out there, Cayenne, that you can lift up that's heavy.
That would be in a room.
Well, considering this is just a huge tavern, just lifts the nearest barrel.
Yeah, okay, we'll just say there's a barrel in the corner.
Okay. Could you grab a hold of that and just kind of hoist it up just a little bit?
Lifts it with an arm.
Okay. Put it back down. Now I'm going to do the adjust density
Okay.
class feature and half the weight. Try again.
Tries it again.
It's much lighter now.
Stares at it and puts it back down. What are we doing? That's cool, but what are we doing?
What'd you do?
We're learning to deal with gravity.
So what did you do?
Well, okay, you know when you try to like run and jump and you only get so high, your legs only push you so far up
Yeah.
because you have to overcome gravity.
Okay, yeah.
I can change that
Okay.
a little bit, not like a lot, but
So I saw Cayenne pick up the barrel twice.
mm-hmm.
What did you do?
I changed gravity's effect on it. So effectively, the weight of it more or less halved.
Oh, so you made it lighter.
Sort of. I lessened gravity's pull on it.
That's pretty cool. That's really. Remember when I got launched into that paint can? Imagine how far it could have gone if it was half the weight. That's cool.
It killed you too.
Yeah. Yeah, as it turns out, it does have certain effects.
Like what?
You also become a lot less strong. So if I were to do that onto you, yes, your weight would be halved, but you lifting things would be much more difficult.
More than usual.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So it changes the target's affected gravity. That's really cool. That's really neat. Huh, that's cool.
Hey, Cayenne, as you're sitting there kind of looking at your siblings, you see that this monkey has armed your 3 little mushrooms with little spears and are currently stabbing a leftover muffin.
Does anybody else see this?
Should we tell Ace not to do that, Cayenne?
Nikolai.
What?
I don't even think you'd be able to stop Ace if you tried. I mean, he tried to drown you in the bath, from what it sounded like.
No, he was just learning.
Nikolai,
What?
why is Ace a tiny alms dealer?
I don't know. Maybe he thought it would be entertaining.
Where the fuck did he even get those?
I don't know.
Were they made of wood or they like?
They look like they're pawns from a fork that have been fashioned into like little makeshift spears.
Yes. Your mushrooms are not armed. Okay.
And the stink shroom walks up and just stabs your foot with one of them.
God. Okay, Ace.
No.
Ace, don't.
I'm gonna just
Mage
take the
hand him back
little
up to Cayenne.
basic. I'm just gonna take the little toothpick spear that Ralph had away from him.
He looks at you and he's like, kind of shrugs a little bit.
Alrighty.
You can have this back when you don't stab people with it.
You can't stab people with it if he doesn't have it. If you give it to him,
You can stab
Whatever.
food with it.
And this little mushroom, just kind of like as weird as it looks, you can see like liquid swirling around in one of like its boils. And it looks over at the food and it's just kind of almost like asking for an explanation.
I'll stab food with it.
And they all go over, and the other two that have their spears still just mimic you.
Do the little finger motion over to Ralph and then hands him the spear.
Takes it, runs headlong like you saw Scav with the bullet and just stabs it and is trying to get it out. He falls backwards, lands on its little like mushroom tushy, and you hear doot.
No. Uh-oh.
And it just smells like really bad eggs.
I kind of want to see art of this. Really fucking do. Terrifying and adorable at the same time.
So I met some guys. They're a group last night that has some equipment that I can get, and they're going to be at the market. Anybody want to go with me?
Was it the same group that you met that gave you something that made you feel like you were gonna die?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Sure, I guess I'll go. Maybe keep him out of trouble.
Alright, since the group is splitting up, you guys are heading off in one direction. Where are you going, Cayenne?
Studying the map that I got in privacy.
Alright. You go and find the map that Scav Urd always has. You can see a few chew marks on it, some spilt like juice on it, some crayon marks that have been rubbed out on it.
If he was going scouting, why wouldn't you take the map with him?
We make a new map. A Scav Urd map.
Oh, fuck.
As terrifying as that could be. And, yeah, you guys head off in your own direction. If you want, Cayenne, you can do a survival for me. Carry on, you two.
Oh, that would be a 9.
Huh?
Where are they?
Because I can't miss them.
You start to like look at this map,
I asked them
and
to
it's
be,
kind of
to tell
annoying
me,
you
like,
that
how can I find you in the market? And they said,
the map
can't
that the
miss us.
druids gave you, fine, but the map that Scav Urd's been holding on to, you can't believe he's mistreated it so much. Well, he's treated it with respect, but it's Scav Urd level of respect to the map.
yeah, they got the glass I need to make my goggles so I can see in the dark like you do, Scav.
Oh, you know what?
And you find a piece of it.
Silently thinking of all the most painful ways to skin a lizard
Jeez.
and allow the birds to have their fun ways with every orifice.
Jeez.
Pop goes with the berries.
Okay, that wasn't necessary.
God, that just makes part of me physically
I
uncomfortable.
pop a berry 1, I pop a berry 2, and then 2 more berries in the skull.
Dear Lord. Yeah, on our way out the door, I'll ask the gunner or whoever's behind the bar.
Gunner.
Yeah.
It's actually his wife this time.
Oh, well, I'll ask her. Hello. Seems our brother kind of wandered off a bit. I don't suppose you saw which way he went.
She holds up one of the daggers that she has on her. She points towards the door. That way.
Just left.
Of course he didn't say anything. Why would he?
She's kind of like sitting in a stool, kind of propped up, her feet on the actual countertop. It's really quiet in the morning. There's someone else that's handling basically check-ins for merchants that are coming in and checkouts. There's another one for like checkouts as well.
Thank you.
So, carry on. Have fun. You can roll a nature, Cayenne.
So,
Off to the shop. Apparently we
That
can't
would be a
miss.
12 for nature.
A 12.
apparently so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of fish around a little bit. You kind of see some resources that were laid out by Mongo and Nikolai.
I thought she was on
And
a
you
2-day
see-
drinking binge. She's probably not feeling well.
And you see essentially there is
Yeah, but she wouldn't even share that.
it's kind of like tracing paper that you can overlay both maps together and start lining them up to start to figure out where this path goes.
Am I reading the map that Scav had or the map I was given to me by the druids? Because that's what I was talking about.
You're actually comparing both to line them up because they're vastly different in appearance.
Mm.
So you're basically creating a third map that combines them together.
Okay. So I'll work on doing that.
Mm-hmm. So you guys head into the marketplace, and you're instantly like, "Yep, that's it." You see like this like almost like circus tent top, and it's kind of going around in circles, and it's got music going, and it goes down, and it's like a double-story tent that's
Okay.
just constructed. And there's a sign that's rotating around on the top that says the Travelers 5
The
is
Traveler's Wife, yeah.
yeah.
That's them. Like I said, can't miss them.
Sorry, where is it?
Yeah, jeez. Cooper.
And it takes you a little bit of time to get over there, and you eventually get to it, and there's this double door set up, and there's this fancy steel defender at the front.
Alright, what is it?
It's like a very slinky kind of cat.
No, okay.
Really long legs, really elongated body.
Oh, okay.
Has like a monocle on.
Hello.
And it just looks at you.
Here to meet the Travelers 5. You're going to sell me some stuff.
And the cat motions a little bit, and you see this hobgoblin comes out, and they have a fancy suit on, and he pets the steel defender on the head, and he's like, "Yeah,
Oh, you're not the Travelers 5.
they're inside."
Cool. You left your cat out here. Okay. Meet one. This is my monkey one.
It's like, "All right, you here to do business?
Yep.
Get in line." And you see there's this line that's curving around the actual tent.
Oh, alright. Thank you.
You go and stand in line, and it gives you a ticket, and it says number 199.
Alrighty. I guess I'm going to be in line for a while.
Oh, yay.
A queuing system, congratulations.
So, yeah. You don't have to wait with me if you don't want to.
We'll see how long I can hold out.
Okay.
About 20 minutes pass, you take a couple of steps forward.
I think I'll be here all day.
Yeah, I've waited as long as I fucking can. I'll head upstairs.
Alright. See you later, brother.
You go back to the room and head upstairs. Okay. Cayenne, you do make progress on making the map. Where you need to get to initially is the actual town Mongo is going to, and from there is some paths that you can actually find in the forest as a druid to possibly start guiding you in the direction of this rumored place. You're seeing where the mountains line up, the river lines up. You're kind of starting to put this map together.
Okay.
You eventually do get back to the room, and you head in, and you do see actually Cayenne working on stuff. She has her books rolled out. She has some writing implements as well.
Oh.
Another 20 minutes goes by, and you're still standing there in line.
Okay. I'm getting this class, so.
Oh, what are you working on, sister?
Map that's druid related. Because this only shows part of it, I have to do the areas that lead up to this point, and this is a place I'll be going to by myself.
Well, if you need anything, let me know.
I will.
What are you gonna do, Mongo? Besides blow yourself up again.
Oh. Do I try to keep it calm and possibly sane, or do I up the crazy?
You do you, man. Nikolai, as you're standing in the line, a couple of kids go running by, and there are two gnomish kids, and they have boxes in their arms, and they're being followed by another older gnome.
Okay.
And you kind of get a glance at the boxes, and you see that they're kind of like, almost like a beginner's tinkerer set.
Awesome. That's great.
And the parrot's just kind of following after them, and it's like, don't run with those, they're explosive. And then you just put two and two together, they're not normal tinkerer sets.
Nice.
Beginner's demolition expert?
And what are you gonna do, turn up the crazy?
Yeah, fuck it. Clear off a little spot. Because I'm a caster ritual.
Okay. What's you casting?
Find familiar.
Alright. Define familiar. Okay. And what are you offering to said familiar?
Oh. Any leftovers from breakfast?
Do an investigation.
That's an at one.
It's an at one.
Mm-hmm.
You start to go do this, and you kind of start laying things out, and you kind of go over to the table to look for something, and you kick something, and you just see the enchanting ink go all over a bunch of cards that you were going to use for the spell.
Fuck's sake, start cleaning it up.
And you look over, and you see him just knock over all this ink. All over the floor. He begins to clean it up, though.
Yeah, I was able to get to my character.
Did you forget how hands work?
Well, it's... Maybe.
Maybe.
So trying to do something.
Way to fail
be,
there.
Be a little more careful.
Oh, yeah, definitely gotta be more careful. Do I have enough ink left?
Let's see. Ooh. I will find out how much you have left.
Oh, shit. The new one.
Yeah.
Do you have enough room to roll that?
Yep.
So Ace is with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ace.
Your enchanting ink is at 38% now.
Is that enough? I know I'm gonna need to get some more, but...
You can certainly try, my dude.
Fuck it, let's go for it.
So Ace, buddy. Since we're gonna be here a while, would you mind carrying me in my machine so I can work on some stuff?
Ace just kind of shrugs like, okay. He has really no choice in the matter.
All right. Thank you. So, pull out my machine, set it down. Get the picker, please.
And it gets bigger. And you're just exploded by glitter instantly.
What the?
Oh, and it smells of bubble gum.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill that man.
Then Ace just kind of smiles.
Did you know about that, Ace? No? Okay. Alright.
So now you're poofy, and now covered in glitter, and smell like bubblegum.
Well, I put the bubblegum scent inside of the gizmo.
Okay.
So he can definitely smell it if the door's open.
Well, nothing to do but deal with it. So, just stay in the line, Ace, and let me know when we get a few people ahead of us. Just a couple of people ahead of us. Okay?
You climb into the machine.
Find the machine.
You climb into it and you land, and the glitter is up to your knees.
Gotta love the Wanda glitter bomb.
Is it actually metallic?
It's super fine glitter.
Yeah, I put it in my bag. Just scoop it up into my bag.
Right. Well, you're gonna roll dex for me on that one because you're gonna be there a while. So Mongo.
Only just enough to get the most of it out. I'm not looking for perfectly clean.
Oh, you're never gonna get it out. We all know this from real life experience.
Yes.
It's a herpes virus craft world.
I'm still rolling at disadvantage, aren't I?
I have stories about people finding glitter very, very, very long periods between when things happened.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that is terrifying.
Disadvantage on ability checks.
So
Jesus Christ.
you do actually get the map put together the way you want to, and you do see Nikolai not Nikolai. You do see Mongo actually clean up his mess, and you see him start to lay out things again. But you are still missing that offering that you were looking for. And you do see Mongo a little distressed as he starts to finish up laying things out, realizing he's missing something.
That was a 10 on my dexterity.
You're scooping it up, but it's just it's like being up knee deep in water that's just sticking to everything.
Is there a trap door on the bottom of this thing? Or a panel I can take off real quick and put back on? Oh, I know. Hey, Ace.
Ace looks in.
I'm going to open up the hatch. I'm going to hold on. Dump all this glitter out, please. You can dump it in this bag if you want it. It is metal. You can eat it if you want.
That's terrifying. Open up this bunch of sharp, glittery teeth in that glove. That's just weird.
I was going to give him the glitter so he could eat it. Maybe he'll like it as a sprinkle on his
So
food.
Ace grabs it, turns it upside down over the bag, and just shakes it violently.
Yeah, I'm holding on.
The glitter's just pouring over you, going in your ears, your
Yeah,
mouth.
I'm just screwed.
Down,
Bless you.
down all your clothes, in between all your crevices, kind of itchy in places.
Yeah. Annoying.
And then he sets you back down and has the bag in his hand.
It's all yours, buddy.
And as you kind of settle down and you kind of grab a panel to check something, glitter just pours out of it. And you're realizing this is going to take forever to get rid of by normal.
I'm just
normal
working
means.
around it now. I don't give a fuck. Because there's one thing I want to do. I got a feeling I'm going to be here for an hour. So I'm going to attempt to identify the scroll that Starbar gave me.
You're trying to do the work, but every time you start to, you're doing it as a ritual, right?
Yeah.
As you're trying to do this ritual inside your machine, glitter's just pouring onto it, ruining the mechanical lines and the schematics, and it's like if you're trying to do this actual ritual in a sand dune at this point.
Okay. I've seen Mongo do prestidigitation a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to copy.
Right.
Try to figure it out.
Intelligence and performance.
Performance.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to perform anything. I'm just trying to do the spell.
Mongo does it
watching
as a
a guy
performance.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
dude.
all right.
Remember who you're trying to emulate there.
But yes, Cayenne, that is what you observe of Mongo.
Oh, God.
And again, I ask, what are you looking for?
Need some sort of an offering.
Okay, for
A new friend.
If you're looking for an animal, find that animal's favorite treat or food.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Most creatures have a favorite item. If you offer it one of its favorite items, typically they'll take it.
A 1 on intelligence and a 3 on my performance.
You guys can carry on.
Not rolling that dice anymore today.
Oh, I'm gonna look to see if I have any snacks.
Okay. Do an investigation. It's easy enough.
See if this works.
You start to do it, and you start to mimic how Mongo does it,
Mm-hmm.
and you cast it, and it goes off, and you're just kind of like standing there for a moment, and the glitter is now fused to you for 24 hours. You just see your fur, and it just kind of becomes like this metallic sheen rainbow, and you're realizing you're brushing yourself off that this glitter is just infused into your fur, and you don't know how long at this point.
Great.
And you kind of cough a little bit, and
Great. But is the glitter off of my machine?
no.
Oh, fuck.
And you kind of shake yourself out a little bit, and you realize that as you shake a little bit, you smell like bubblegum now. You've accidentally, instead of identifying what you wanted to identify, you've accidentally infused the current spell that's in the area into yourself for a while.
He needs to teach me how to do that spell.
Then ask.
Well, yeah, I was just working on comprehend languages. You after giving you alarm.
What did you roll? And what were you looking for?
Investigation. 23.
23?
And heeding Cayenne's words, I was looking for a snack that an animal would like that I also like.
Okay. There's a lot of snacks that Mongo likes.
Yes, there are. But I kind of figured, like calzones and stuff, you're probably not going to find in the wild.
You never know. There could be places where it's a city and there's calzones readily available.
This is true.
That the streets are paved with mozzarella.
Calzone bushes.
How do they feel about cheesy comedy then?
Maybe it's their forte.
I might do very well at that.
You just go in, there's a sign that says no dad jokes.
Burn the fucker to the ground.
Wow.
Violence over here. But yeah.
I like blueberries or something. Some sort of berries.
You kind of fish around a little bit, and you find some. You find a piece of the actual food that you realize you might be picking up. One of Nikolai's habits is just stuffing food in pockets, and you're like, oh no.
Oh god.
You find a biscuit from a couple of days ago, and there's blueberries in it. You realize that you pocketed some of the biscuit from today that has some of the cranberries in it.
Use cranberries.
Okay. And you just plop this down in the circle. Alright. Performance there, buddy.
I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna get. I get what I get, and we'll figure it out from there.
Are you gonna let the DM choose?
He did put in suggestions.
I made one or two suggestions. But, what happens, happens. I don't really
Alright.
know what else to do.
I would laugh you into getting another cat.
We already got a bony one. And one with an ego that has a hat with a bigger ego. Although Feisty's kind of cat-like, so I guess it would kind of be on brand. 22.
22. On your performance. Well performed for me.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, you're the one that dug this grave of being a performer, buddy.
Yeah, I know. What? Conjuration, huh? Alright, so kind of drew out with the ink I know it's a conjuration spell, but I'm going with transmutation circle anyway, because that's what I know.
Okay.
And then start to kind of shuffle the cards. Fan a few out in each hand. And just start tossing them out to all the varying connection points. And then do like a little, with the ones that are left, build like a little house of cards in the center.
House of cards that has some type of creature shape. Generic quadrupedal creature shape.
Don't even know if it's going to be quadrupedal.
Yeah, true.
So you, okay, that was weird to read. So you make this little house. Yeah, it would even weird me out there. So you create this house of cards and you see them solidify into like an actual house. Yeah, I know, impossible to make weird me out.
Yeah. I'm a little scared.
What the heck are you gonna get?
And
I don't think I want it.
you see these lines on the Cayenne just intersecting, and you see the lines like break apart, and you see them grow like 6 little eggs and their little like legs, and they're little ants marching around into the shape of this transmutation circle. And the cards kind of get up and start moving too, as well. And they start homing in on the house, and they're almost like in synchronicity as it gets to the little house. And they
Now
grab
I'm
the...
thinking the pink elephants from Dumbo just dancing around.
And you see them just homing in on this house, and they grab the cards on top, and they pull it, and you see this poof of pink smoke just roll across the floor. In this cloud of smoke. And the smoke clears eventually, and you see a ferret standing there looking rather confused. And you see that it has a bright pink nose, and it swirls out from the nose in fluorescent green swirl all the way down to the tip of its tail. And the fur in between that just kind of, it looks at you and it tilts its head, and it suddenly shifts another color of like a color that seems like it would be startled, and then it shifts color to like a relaxed color. And it's just staring at you with its beady little eyes, and it opens its mouth, and its mouth is like a purplish gumball color. And it pitters over to you, and it looks at you, and it just hugs you, and it's just like this warm like hug, like laying on the best blanket ever.
Hello?
The look on Cayenne's face right now is like...
Ferret.
Alrighty. You have a ferret. You have a magical ferret.
No words there, Cayenne? Just a head shake as usual. Yes, you can add that there as a ferret.
Well, hello.
It just sits down and looks at you.
Aren't you brilliant?
What does the ferret familiar do?
That is a very good fucking question. Well, what's your name?
It just looks at you and just looks at itself. Looks back at you very perplexed. And just kind of shrugs.
Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna have to find something to call you.
I think Tom broke again.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't think this through.
Yeah, you didn't think of the result through either.
No.
Yeah.
Oh well. But how big is he compared to me?
Normal ferret size.
Okay, so he's about half my size. Oh my god, he's Nikolai size.
Yeah.
Awesome. Finally, I don't have like a random creature around me that's bigger than me.
Yeah, you just wait on that one.
Ho ho ho.
Oh, I'm gonna look for a little ball. See if I have one on me.
You just press the digitatable.
Yeah, but it only lasts for like 12 seconds.
You find one of the berries.
Hold it up.
It looks at the berry. It reaches out with its little hands and takes the berry.
Go ahead, you can eat it.
And you watch it start eating it, and it kind of spirals around eating it, following its same like pattern of its fur. And then starts on the next spiral around.
So he takes another bite, and it's just like the spiral just kind of keeps changing to the color of what he's eating.
Yeah.
All right, that's actually fucking cool.
Oh wow, they genericized Find Familiar.
Mm-hmm.
They all just do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no difference between. Interesting.
Cayenne, what would you like to do at the moment? That Nikolai is goofing off with this weird familiar thing.
Mongo.
Mungo.
Cayenne would just really be spending time with her mushrooms and staying in the room or going out in nature as she prefers to stay a hermit.
Good. Okay. Can do. Your little mushrooms are kind of just a little bit more active than usual. They're kind of, trying to size up each other, and with their newfound pointy sticks, they have a little bit more courage about sizing each other up.
They're gonna fucking skewer each other.
Just spend my time making sure they don't kill each other.
Old habits are hard to break with mushrooms. Inherent habits. So, Bubblegum, what are you doing?
Well, I will make my notes on my attempt to press the digitation, so I can try to figure out what went wrong. And since I can't try to do identify by watching him have done it again, I will try to tweak my notes on prestidigitation and try again.
All right. Go right ahead there, buddy.
Same roll?
Yep.
Okay.
And the dice betray you yet again.
It wasn't that bad this time. Intelligence was 12.
I'll edit later.
14. And performance is a 9.
A 9?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Or did I have disadvantage on the performance part? I
well,
don't remember.
I'm not giving you disadvantages this time.
Okay.
Unless you want that, I can totally.
No, I don't
totally
want
roll
this.
that
So I
way.
didn't have disadvantage on the intelligence part either?
No.
Oh, well then that was A 17, so... Oh, but I have disadvantage because of the exhaustion, so, okay, 14.
Yeah. Actually, I think you have disadvantage on all your rolls because of exhaustion.
Well, performance was a skill check, not an ability check. Let me double check that.
Disadvantage on ability checks. Speed is half.
Okay, so not skill checks. Okay. Ability checks, speed have disadvantage on attacking rolls and saving throws. So yeah. So I did have a disadvantage on performance, so 9.
Okay.
14 on intelligence, 9 on performance.
All right. You go to cast it, and you feel your entire machine rattle as you're casting this spell.
Try to remain calm.
And out of all the crevices, you just get poof by more glitter. And you're realizing this is a very powerful spell that Mungo cast.
So wait a minute. Okay. I look for, like, something that's dirty that's not dealing with glitter.
In the room?
In the room or in the line, a rock with a little piece of mud on it, something like that.
Okay.
Or maybe just Ace's feet, because they've got to have dust on them.
So you're climbing out of your machine at this point.
I'm just looking around. Do I see anything? And I'm looking.
There's
and just
plenty
looking.
of stuff around you.
That's
yeah.
just dirty?
Yeah.
Not dirty with this fucking glitter.
Right.
Okay. So like a thing, not a person.
Yeah. Ace
Okay.
is just looking at you very curiously at this
I will
point.
attempt to do the prestidigitation on that dirty thing sitting there.
Roll the rolls.
Okay. 17 on the intelligence, and a 14 on the performance.
Okay. You see a rock and you kind of look at it and you kind of go through like doing the semantics and things like that, and the rock just becomes clean.
Cool! My notes work. Awesome. All right. I am going to kick that boy's ass.
As you're starting to delve into your new buddy there and try to understand him, there's a knock at the door.
Have Noodle kind of climb up over the shoulders, head down.
Noodle.
Yes, his name is Noodle.
His name is
Stands
Noodle.
on
All right.
your head, puts the hat on top of its head, and does a whole, meerkat stand.
Fucking love it. Yeah, and once I get close, I'll mage hand open the door.
Okay. You mage hand open the door, and you see a person there, and they're just kind of like, and it's a gnome, and they're wearing green robes, and they just kind of smell like they've been rolling around in nature, and they just kind of are like, is there a druid here?
Sorry, you said druid?
I didn't stutter. I was told not to stutter.
Sorry, usually when a gnome comes, they're looking for Brother Nikolai, not my sister Cayenne. Cayenne? You have a visitor?
Don't think she can hear us yet.
She's very busy, lost in her work.
But the gnome is just kind of like, oh, so there is a druid here.
She's very busy right now.
Kyan'll come over. Yes.
The druid looks up at you, and she's short even for a gnome. And she just kind of has a staff, and you see this bird that's just readjusting itself on top of the staff. As she moves a little bit, she's like, oh, you must be Cayenne. Hi, I was told you were here, and that you're a really cool, druid that does, spore stuff. Well, I'm a druid, and I take care of little beastlies, and I just wanted to come and compare notes and say hi to you, because my parents brought me here, and they're like, you should meet other druids. And they're like, you're rather cooked up, and, like, you should go do other druid stuff while we do druid stuff that's adult druid stuff, but you're not adult druid stuff yet.
That's great.
Okay. Do you want to go elsewhere to compare notes?
We can, or we could do it here. And the bird is just kind of like leaning off to one side because she has the staff cocked off to one side. And it just kind of flaps its wings a little bit to keep
balancing itself.
Mongo, do you mind?
Do you guys want some company?
Do we want company, guys? And she looks at... You see her looking at something in the hallway, and you hear a bunch of different kinds of birds.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Do you mind with all of the creatures, Mongo?
Oh, are they hungry?
She turns around. Are you guys hungry? Do you want food? You hear a bunch of noises. Nope, they're good. They already ate.
A bunch of bird noises.
It's kind of like walking...
Make sure my tail gets wrapped around my waist.
It's kind of like walking through a zoo, through the bird atrium. And
Yeah, an aviary.
An aviary, and hearing all the noises.
Jesus, a cacophony of bird
Gonna
noises.
lean over. That many birds are probably going to create a bit of a
Well, I would
mess.
say you come on in as long as my brother does not mind. We'll stay closer downstairs away from his stuff.
Okay. And she just kind of turns around. Okay, no messes. Go out the window if you need to make messes. And you hear a bunch of noises again. She's like, okay, let's go. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. And she starts walking in the room, just wobbling back and forth. And this bird on top is just... And you see, like, a hummingbird go past. You see a vulture go past. You see a little hawk go past. You see a couple of pigeons go past. You see a dove come in. You see, like, this little, like, blackbird come in. And you just see, like, this, like, really old, worn bird just kind of just waddle in as well. And as you go to close the door, something hits the door, and you reopen it a little bit, and you see a penguin come warbling in.
Of course, why wouldn't
I
they?
don't know. It was going to be a penguin. I don't know.
Take a look out the door. Make sure nobody else is coming before I go to close it.
And she's like, this is a nice room. And she goes,
And
oh,
there is a patio if your birds would like to perch out there as well. It gives them plenty of space to fly off if they need to.
okay. And she goes over and she opens the patio door, and quite a few of the birds go out, and you hear the penguin go in the bathroom, and the door is just closed. Well, one of the bathrooms.
Is this what Penn from
Pen.
Yeah, Penn from I can't remember the name of the movie.
Yeah.
Evening Elliot, yeah.
Hilarious comparison. And
just does his own stuff.
and you kind of hear like the tub started water, and the really old scraggly bird just kind of wobble upstairs, and you just hear a book hit the floor, and you hear pages being turned.
And I just kind of look up.
The bird reads. Alrighty.
And the gnome comes back to you and is like, so you're Cayenne? I heard from another druid that you're like a spores druid, and you do like things with like fungus, and that I hear you hang out with a lot of fun guys.
I mean, some of my little buddies have found that they can stab food with sharp things.
That's really neat. I lost one of my bird friends. They discovered that they can dive bomb, and they dive bombed into a rock because they thought it was something to eat.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Well, it wasn't too smart. It was a really odd chicken. Gotta replace them at some point, hopefully.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Is he a druid too? He looks like a dumb druid.
Mongo is not a druid, and he is not dumb either.
Okay.
He can do things that I cannot.
My dad says anyone that's not a gnome is stupider than us. Unless they're another druid, and then they're okay.
Oh, I bet your father's just wonderful.
And she just kind of starts looking around her pack a little bit, and she takes out a package, and you see it's wrapped in leaves, and it's also got like cord holding it shut. And she holds it up to you, Cayenne, very excited. She's like, right, proper druid offering to meeting a new druid. I brought you a gift of something.
A gift of something.
I'll take it.
It's not too heavy. You're just kind of like, okay. And she just kind of grabs her staff and she's holding on to it and she's just kind of watching you. And she goes over and she sets the staff down, and the bird kind of finds one of the rafters to sit on, and he's just staring down at the meeting.
I'll carefully open what I was given.
As you unwrap it, you kind of see like it's a sandwich, and you can see where a bird has taken a small bite out of it. And you can see all these different grains mixed out throughout the homemade bread. And you can see like the meat has actually like been prepared with like some very primitive tools. But it seems very well cooked. And it's like a good 1.5 inches thick with also like vegetables on it too.
I'm going to share with this new druid some of the tools that I first got when I first started as a druid.
She's like, oh, these are so advanced. I think my mom said like you have to be a druid, and like if you're a druid, you have to like learn to make all your own tools, and I've been trying to learn that, and it's not easy.
Give her some of the alchemist supplies that I have. Give her some of the good berries that I have, because I have quite a lot of them at this point.
Yeah. And she kind of starts rummaging around a little bit, and she kind of sits down on the floor and starts going through her pack, and she finds something, and then she stands back up and she holds it up to you. And it's like a key ring, and you see all these various like what you would be comparing it to is basically different bird calls essentially. She's like, you want it?
That's really cool. You would probably like the whistle that I have for the birds we have.
Are they the birds from the storage area place?
Yes, that is red and blue.
They're so pretty.
Very pretty, very terrifying.
I gave them food, and they were so happy.
Haven't seen me in a while.
So she just kind of looks at you, actually very excited, and she starts going through notes with you, talking about things, and she sees the map you're working on and starts going over the notes with you regarding that, because she's actually familiar with the area.
Try to see if I can clean up some of the lines on the map, make it a little bit more clear to read.
And Mongo, you can do a perception if you want.
Sure. Or I could just roll a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty.
You kind of take a few steps, and you kind of trip and stumble and fall over yourself and accidentally just knock over a bunch of ink on the map that you're trying to investigate. For the second time, you've spilled ink.
I start trying to clean it. Just 2 seconds. I can fix this. I can fix this.
And the other druid, she's like, oh, you're cleaning it without actually cleaning it.
Yep. I've gotten pretty good at that, unfortunately.
She just kind of looks at you and she's like, how'd you do that?
I learned how to... I'm no druid, but I did learn a few tricks.
She just looks very surprised. She's like, you must be a witch. Ooh, is he a hag?
No, but we've been warned about one in the woods.
Oh, yes, she's very cranky. One of my other druid friends was like, oh, don't worry about it. And their friend got eaten by the hag.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently it was rather gruesome. Now all they have is a meerkat. I don't know what a meerkat is.
I'm gonna go find a note Scav left. See if there's anything other than gone scooting.
Gone scooting. So, as you begin to look for the note, and Cayenne, you begin to go
After I
over
finish
the
cleaning up all the ink.
map with your newfound druid named Basil. Okay. So, yeah. Wiggly fingers. So, yeah. My mom, she, like, really grew up in that area. And then my dad, like, came to this continent and was like, oh my god, you have such big honkers. And she's like, oh my god, you're so rude. But I like you. Because you're another druid.
Such a wonderful story.
My dad, like, wears giant sunglasses for some reason. I haven't figured it out yet.
A real charm with that one. We'll have to watch out for him.
You should. He's, like, really clever. You eventually get to the front of the line.
Thank God.
It's been 2 hours.
If only Mongo hadn't put this damn spell on me, I could have done more stuff.
And you're fluffy as fuck and glittery as fuck now.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll go look for one of the guys that I talked to, especially the one that indicated that they have the glass and they'll sell it to me. Okay.
You head in and it's an emporium. It's a 2-story emporium of all sorts of like various trinkets and things and grand machines. You see like a miniature flying machine with wings and
I will definitely be stopping and looking at that.
you see like a prototype mech suit of some sort, and you see this thing called a Wazer Rifle.
A Wazer Rifle?
A Wazer Rifle.
Alrighty, that's fascinating. So yeah, we gotta stop there. We gotta stop there. We gotta stop there. As I'm looking for this guy.
Okay, so you stop by him.
Yeah.
And it's the one gnome and with the freckles, and she's got like bright green hair today,
That's right.
and she's got her vest on and a jacket over it, and then a tie on that's very loosely done.
Hello, friend.
She walks over. She's like, "Oh, Nikolai."
Yes. Excuse my appearance. This is a trick my brother played on me.
Her name is actually Gamoose.
Gamoose?
Yeah. She's like, well, it's an improvement on your appearance because you stand out. Perhaps you might consider keeping it.
I'll think about it.
Hey. So, she's just kind of like, so are you here for the glass that you're looking for?
Yes, please.
Okay. And you know the cost of said glass?
You said 10 gold?
Yep. For each lens.
Oh, okay.
So it's 20 gold total.
Okay. So, I was told I have a bank account and you can take the money out of that.
Yes, we can. We just have to fill out the appropriate documentation.
Okay. Shall we then?
So she takes you
computer just
over
turned off.
to the, huh?
The computer literally just turned off.
It overheated. She takes you over to the front desk, and she has a box. It's padded, and it's a nice wooden box. And she opens it up, and she shows you the lenses. And there's in the roof of it, there's a various cutting implement to actually modify the lenses to proper size.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's the only thing I have left is those glasses. So I presume that I can give her the specification I need for my goggles, and she can do that.
You would have to do it yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I will attempt to fix it.
Yep.
Alrighty. So fill out the paperwork that she has told me about. So transfer the 40 gold. And we'll go from there.
Okay. So she draws up the proper documentation of the transfer, and it's very straightforward. It's like, hereby blank transfers blank to this, to the Travelers 5 in agreement with the terms of service provided and the items provided as well. If the items are not provided, then the services will collect the amount in other means.
Okay.
Huh?
Am I still off?
Hmm?
Am I still off?
Yeah. And, yeah. So those are the proper terms of service.
Okay. I'll fill out the paperwork. Sign it. Put my scribe on it, and then, I guess cut the glass. Then you...
Okay. So yeah, it's cut to specification, although it's not like the highest quality glass.
Mm-hmm.
You do actually spot that it's not the highest quality.
Okay. Now that I actually have the glass in my hand, would like to do an investigation on it to see if I can identify like how to make this myself.
Okay. Go ahead.
Um, 18?
18.
Let me double check
You look over the actual glass, and you kind of realize that it's actually formed crystal, so it's highly specialized.
that. Yeah, it would be 18. Oh, highly specialized?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it's an ingredient that you would have to purchase, much like spoke components, essentially.
Okay. So how hard is this? How hard is it in general to get a hold of this glass?
It's not very hard. You can find it in local towns. There's various qualities of the glass that will actually improve on the capabilities of the dark vision.
Yeah, Starbar. No, it wasn't Starbar. Well, Starbar had some amazing goggles, but this other lady that I bought some stuff from, this little book bag, it's pretty cool. Holds a bunch of books. Neat. Had some goggles, and they would do all kinds of things. Like give her like ability to see through stuff, and
Oh, so they were masterwork.
oh, is it all the same glass, or is it all different glasses?
Oh, it's all various different pieces of things.
Oh. Do you have maybe a special where I can get some of the different ones instead of just the night glasses?
Well, the special ones actually start at 100 platinum each for each lens.
Oh, so this night vision ones is kind of rudimentary.
Yes.
Oh, are there any other ones that aren't as rudimentary, or that are as rudimentary but like let me do different stuff?
Not really. They all cost significantly more than just these basic ones.
Ah, so the night vision ones are the most rudimentary.
Yes, they are
Okay.
the most rudimentary ones.
Interesting.
So the Nikolai's new
It's,
appearance has been called utterly adorable.
Utterly adorable, huh?
Yes. She just looks over you a little bit and she's like, "You're so fluffy and colorful now."
Yeah, well, this was a bath that Ace gave me, which was kind of cool. But he made me very fluffy.
Well, maybe you're destined to be a fluffy mouse.
A fluffy mouse, huh?
Yes, of course. The most fluffiest.
I am pretty fluffy. I've never been this fluffy before. And the
I-
glitter, that's my stupid brother.
Well, it's an improvement. There is an actual another spell called Dandelion.
Dandelion? What is that?
Yes. Oh, well, your fur will be twice as fluffy and twice as long.
Wow.
What is it, Mongo?
I know I'm not there, but can I get this spell?
You're metagaming. Shut up.
Can I? Do you have access to that spell?
I don't. I saw it when we were in Casil.
Oh,
Can
okay.
Mongo get this spell somehow?
Only if you discover it, buddy. Or if you're told about it.
Because I can see having fun doing that to my brother after he did this to me.
Well, it's a wizard spell, and it's a bit higher level than your average spell.
Oh, okay.
It's like the cleaning spell or the precipitation spell they have. There is a higher level one of those as well. How would Scav be fluffy?
I don't know.
Like, wait a
But
minute.
if we get the spell, we can find out.
Suppose we could.
Like
couldn't we?
quite literally, how would Scav Urd be actually fluffy?
Fluffy scales?
Fluffy scales.
Oh, actually, yep, that would be it. He'd be one of the fluffy kobolds. The Arctic kobolds.
Oh fuck, would he overheat?
Arctic kobolds.
Yep, they're a thing. The spell would make Nikolai become the Fabio of moon mice.
The Fabio of Lumos.
The Fabio of moon mice. I love it. Then you can cast.
The fans want me to have this spell so that way he can be the Fabio of the Moon Month.
Then you can cast Gust on him.
Fuck yes!
No, thank you.
That will totally get you a bonus to charisma, potentially.
Watch, it turns out way worse than finger guns.
We have to get the spell, dude!
We have to get the spell now, huh?
Come on, man!
I don't know about that.
How did Nikolai end up inside a giant?
Oh god.
No, thank you.
He did the hair wave and the finger guns at the same time.
Oh fuck.
The hair wave and the fingers at the same time. Oh god.
Just the hair wave and finger guns at the same time.
Nikolai just has like a little fan on his
That
belt
is
to get
how
the
Nikolai became a permanent butt plug.
No! No!
Oh my god, I'm so happy to have Cayenne back.
Hey, everybody's always saying that Nikolai's a pain in the ass. It makes fucking sense.
Shut up. Not cool. Alright. Everything's back.
In the room, Nikolai gets slurped up.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
So,
Ew.
yeah, you're provided the glasses and
Okay.
the lenses that you need for your contraption.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Got any other real cool stuff you particularly feel you must point out to me? You must show me.
She just kind of smiles. She's like, "Come on,
Right,
come
follow
on,
her.
come on." She just shows you this this glass container,
Okay.
and you see all these various toolkits.
Okay.
And she reaches in and she takes out this one, and it just looks like a metal rod. Essentially, it's it's square in shape. It's got like carved edges, and you see all these runes carved along it.
Okay.
And she's like, "What do you think this does?"
Sorry, I'm thinking about so many things going on. Can you repeat some of those things? All I got is square with runes carved around it. That's all I
Yes.
got.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all you told me. Okay.
What do you think it does?
Huh. Maybe it lets you write letters to people.
She's like, "Think bigger."
Think bigger. It lets you see people.
She's like, "Hammer, please." And you see the top shake a little bit, and it forms a hammer. "Screwdriver, please." And it shakes and it becomes a screwdriver.
Whoa.
416/15th of wrench, and it changes and it becomes this weird looking wrench you've never seen.
That's pretty dope.
Whoa.
It's the ultimate multi-tool.
How much is that?
Oh, she looks inside at the price tag, 250,000 platinum, because it's a masterwork tool. But it's
That is really neat.
guaranteed to just revolutionize your craft.
I know, that is really cool. Can I hold it?
She holds it out to you,
Grab it.
and it shrinks down to your size instantly.
Whoa,
Damn.
that's so cool. Can I try it?
Go ahead.
Whatever that bolt is.
It doesn't work. You need to specify what you need.
Oh, okay. Well, when I said whatever that bolt was, that was me not being Nikolai, not knowing what the size that bolt is. Sorry.
You could have just made something up that's called staying in character.
You got a point there. Okay, I'm sorry. I screwed that one up. Sorry.
You see that is a train
4:30
crashing.
seconds. Yeah, sure.
And it shakes a little bit in your hand like a vibration, and then changes to that size.
That is so cool. Neat. Okay, 3/4.
And it does the same thing.
Sweet. Is there anything like these that's not masterwork?
No. This is a newer invention that is highly sought after.
That is so cool. I don't want to give it back.
She, before you even look at your hand again, she has it back in her hand and puts it back in the case.
Oh, okay. That is really neat. So, what was that set of armor about? What does that do?
Which one?
That one. The one you told me about.
The power armor or the other one?
The power armor. What does that do?
She's like, "Oh, that's the big armor."
The big armor?
Yeah.
What does it do?
Well, it allows us small folk to get into it until we're normal size. It only lasts for like a minute.
That's really neat. I've been dreaming of something like that. That's how I started with this machine.
She just kind of looks at it, and Ace just kind of, rolls his eyes a little bit about how rudimentary it is to him.
It's only my second. It's only the Mark II.
Come on, you gotta Tony Stark this stuff. Just roll through those marks.
Every time you make a change, new mark.
Yeah, new Mark. Yep, it's a new version.
Tony Stark. Oh, I replaced a bolt. Mark 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I replaced the paint. Mark 4.
New paint
Re-engineered.
job.
Re-engineered this cotter pin. It's Mark 5.
Yeah. Essentially. Swinging back over, what are you doing?
Well, I had the news of the impending skeletons for one of us. I'm going to start seeing what I can do to maybe whip up a potion or something that will help ease her troubles with skeletons.
Okay. go ahead and start investigating your books. Cayenne, what are you up to? I know you're snacking right now.
11.
I feel like the waiter at the restaurant. How's your food?
As you're eating it.
Every damn time I go somewhere, that's always when they ask. Right as soon as I take a
Cayenne would
fucking
be
bite.
just studying the map and then debating on what to do next because she's more interested about finding out about her deity than anything else.
Okay. And Basil's giving you a scroll of notes essentially to help you along with that. But she does suggest that if your family is willing to drag them along, they're just not permitted inside the actual, like, sacred room. They can go as far as the hallway, but they can't go any further. Because they would probably be turned into something and die. Horrible. Boiling, bubbling deaths. Where they feel every last bit of them being boiled alive.
Nope.
Alright.
Does that sound good?
Alright, what'd you come up with?
I got an 11.
An 11, you're kind of looking through there, and you find a, it's labeled as experimental, and you see under it says requires druid,
How about that?
and you see a list of ingredients, and it requires basically extracted tooth fairy essence, and it has a small detail on how to actually do that. You basically get them and you put them through a wringer and it extracts them. They have to be alive though.
Wow.
So you have to
Sounds brutal.
send a tooth fairy through 2 rolling pins while they're alive. Does this process kill the tooth fairy?
Oh, most probably, definitely. Cayenne could probably tell you that information. But there's a list of other ingredients. Basically, these are a type of splash potion where if you hit something with bone, it'll start eating away the bone and leave everything else intact because of the elements of the tooth fairy.
That's fancy.
That could come in handy.
Are tooth fairies evil beasts?
Technically, they would be true neutral
Oh, that would be so wrong.
because they are tooth fairies simply doing what they do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to that one for a minute.
I'm not even going to mention it. Like,
I'll bring it up later. Anything else that might... I don't know why I'm stuck on this flavor, but fuck it. Basically like a gum bomb. Throw it in just all of a sudden just a bunch of whole sticky stuff that impedes movement.
do an investigation.
8.
8. You're kind of flipping through the book and flipping back and forth, and you just turn the page and you hear as you got a little too rambunctious. And Cayenne, you hear this, and Basil hears this, and she's like, "Are you making a nest for my birds?"
Just making another mess. Yes.
I should be used to that spell going off at this point.
Mending is second to prestidigitation for Mongo.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if a wizard used modified memory and made him forget both of those.
No, I have other cantrips and I can switch them out. It's just that Mage Hand, Mending, and Prestidigitation I'm constantly fucking using.
Yeah.
So it's just like, great, I throw one of the other ones on there, then I'm just like, I'm tying a hand behind my back. So it's just like...
So you might as well be Mage Hand then.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, tie mage hand behind your back. So, as you leave the... actually, you wanted something... Gamboose is her name.
Can you repeat that? Gamboose?
Gamboose. Like caboose?
But with a G.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And she sees you off with your box.
Thank you.
And as you head out into the open. And you see a few people actually exchanging coin, and you see two wizards actually dueling, but it's not in a aggressive manner. They're playing thumb wars with Mage Hand.
That's funny.
I like that.
And you can see eventually one of them upcasts it, and the Mage Hand gets bigger, and you see all the veins bulging in it. Grabs the other one, and the other one's like, "That's cheating!" And they upcast theirs twice, and it gets bigger, and the fingers get longer and more gnarled, and there's veins popping out. And it grabs the other one.
I'm gonna watch this. So people are taking bets, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to try to figure out who to bet on.
Do a perception.
Perception.
Do actually an insight too.
Insight. Okay.
Insight and perception.
Insight and perception. Okay. In that order.
Yep. You're just like, what is going on?
Fuck.
God, I'm not there to fucking watch.
Nope.
Oof. Insight 9 and perception 20.
You kind of are like trying to get a feel on which one to bet for, but you think it's not safe to bet on either one without Mongo present, because he would give you better insight on which one to bet against.
Mm-hmm.
But you see the crowd spreads out a little bit more, and you see the two wizards move to either side of like this open area. There's not a lot of open area. It's probably about 10 feet across.
Okay.
And you see them just kind of size up for each other, and one of them pulls out his wand, and the other one pulls out a wand. And you assume one is going to blow up the other. But they cast an illusion spell, and you see like this miniature city appear, and the other one casts an illusion spell, and you see these two hulking monsters that they've created. And they go up and they start wrestling over this miniature city.
Can I do a perception on
So
to see
much.
who's betting who is being bet for more?
Yeah.
Okay, can I do that?
How much are you hating not being there right now?
Yep. One, Mongo fucking hates the fact that he's not there.
Okay, that's a 23.
23?
Uh-huh.
You kind of see that they're betting more for the tiefling wizard, but you surmise it's because it's a tiefling that they're betting more.
What is the other wizard?
The other one is actually an orc.
An orc?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go underdog.
Okay, how much are you betting?
Well, I only carry one coin on me at a time, so
Okay, so it's
I'll
a
give him
1
1 gold.
Okay.
I'll bet it. I'll put in 1 gold for the orc one.
He takes it, puts your name down for it. All right. Wizard Duel 101. You see the orc, his big giant monster goes over and grabs the other one, and they're locked in arms, and it's like a power struggle. It's like, the Undertaker versus the Hulk Hogan, arm lock fighting each other. And you see the orc one just picks it up and just body slams, and you see all these fake like buildings just go flying and disappear into the air.
So cool.
And it gets up and it comes around and takes a swing, and the orc dodges it and grabs it and just clotheslines it to the ground.
Nice.
It's like Pacific Rim meets Scott Pilgrim. Two of my favorite fucking old-time movies right there. And I'm not there to fucking watch this.
And the orcs is like starting to cheer a little bit and goes in for another hit, and the tiefling's monster gets up and just brings its foot up and just kicks the orc's monster in the crotch.
No.
And you see like its eyes bulge out of its head a little bit. And then as it's reeling a little bit, it comes up and just uppercuts the orc's monster. And you see it go flying back in the arc and land in all the rubble. All this debris goes flying everywhere. And the orc gets up and kind of feigns like it's moving a little bit, and the tieflings moves in, and it moves in for the killing blow and brings its arms up, and the orc reaches up and grabs its head and just yanks its jaw away from its head all the way down to its belly button and just dissipates into the air.
In my machine with the arms up. Yes.
Rachel, if you're watching, you may have another commission piece. God, that's like, what, 40 ideas that I've come up with?
Yeah.
lately?
And the person that you placed the bets with, they hand you 5 gold pieces.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, so that would... Wait a minute. I gave him one of my gold pieces from the veil. So did he give me 5 back, or did he give me 50?
I duplicated the coins.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so you have 5.
Sweet!
So you head back to the room,
Yeah.
excited.
How are you carrying them?
Put him in his machine, probably. Just piled him in there and has the monkey carrying him, probably. The easy
So
way
they-
of transport.
Are they covered in glitter now?
Oh,
Probably.
yeah, they're sparkly. Yeah, the person you're betting with didn't even bat an eye. They didn't care. They were just too busy, like, exchange rate, okay, whatever. Spell, exchange rate, okay, cool.
So 1 of 5 to 1 odds. Lizard battle. Awesome.
Yeah. So, you're going to look again for the spell you're looking for. So, Basil hands you a piece of, like, homemade candy, Cayenne.
Better.
I'm gonna give Basil some of the, what was it that I had? I had some, like, oatmeal type cookies. I remember I had in my satchel. I'm gonna give some of those to her because I had gotten those from some of the druids.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
share some of the handmade oatmeal cookies with her,
All right.
and then probably may go with Basil down to the barn so she can see the birds a little closer.
She's so excited, and as you guys head out, all the birds kind of follow suit.
I
And,
just want to be there to see that. It's going to be great.
And as you're watching Mongo, kind of in disbelief, the penguin walks out with a towel around and like the little hair thing on its head.
Totally bed.
Is that more or less confusing than when Ace walked out?
It's a penguin.
Robot
Hanging.
flying monkey.
Hanging.
And as you get back, you see
You know
like.
what? Either way, it's fucking really impressive. I totally interrupted you, and I'm sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
But penguins don't have thumbs. So how the fuck did he do one, let alone the other?
You mean questions of the universe.
Flippers.
And
Just gonna haunt
as
my
you're
fucking dreams. I
as
know
you're
it.
waiting for the lift, you see a couple of birds go by, and you see a penguin walk by wearing a towel and a hair net.
Hi.
And the penguin just carries on,
That was weird.
and the lift shows up for you.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hop in.
Easy enough. You get to your floor, roll out, head down to your room.
Before I go into the room,
Okay.
I wish to
You
get
wish.
that bag of glitter
Okay.
from Ace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Ace ends it over.
Thank you.
You can tell he's been nibbling on it a little bit, like
That's
like
it.
candy.
A little bit is gone.
And he just smiles, and his teeth are just super glittery and razor sharp.
Totally fine. Totally fine. And then I will activate Mage Hand,
Okay.
and I will hold that up as high as I can, open,
Okay.
And when I go see Mongo, dumping it on him.
All right. Oh boy. We will come back to that in a few moments. Cayenne, you and Basil get over to the stalls area to see your birds, and as you get to the stall with your birds, they see you and they instantly run over, and they're just trying to go through the actual stall itself to get to you because they're excited to see you.
I will take off at a gallop toward the birds and let them out before they destroy anything.
You will understand this methodology, this terminology very well. It's like an overexcited horse seeing its friend.
Or like the videos of the dogs to where they're like prancing before food or before.
I love that.
Oh
That
my
is my
gosh.
favorite thing to
So
see.
fucking adorable.
Super happy dogs. So it's just
the,
my
the
favorite.
dogs that prance back and forth, super happy. Yeah. And they immediately start grooming you and cuddling you. You can feel a few of the feathers brush against you, cutting you a little bit, but it's like little paper cuts essentially.
Can I feel any loose feathers at all?
Go ahead and do a nature.
Because if there are, I want to collect a couple to give to Basil.
Okay.
That's a 15.
You do brush around a little bit, and you do find a few loose feathers that you're easy just to pull out that would have fallen off at some point.
They have disconnected but not fallen yet.
Huh?
They have disconnected but not fallen yet, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And please use a better choice of words.
They have disconnected
Startled
but
me a
not
little
fallen
bit there.
yet.
Basil gets to the stall and she's really excited. She's like, "Oh my gosh, they are real and they're adorable and they're beautiful and I want one."
They're very, very loyal and they're very dangerous too. I typically do go hunting with them in the mornings, and they hunt in a very terrifying way. Observing from a distance, I watch one attack from below and at the back, and the other attacking from the back but at the top, and the other attacking at the front but underneath.
She's like, "That's amazing. The most amazing thing I've ever seen happen is Creek, you know, the one that walks around like he's like the hunched over vulture bird. He set up like this, like it's what the hunters call a rabbit snare, and it caught a rabbit and it flung up in the air and it killed it instantly, and then he like cut the vine and then just ate it. He's very lazy about hunting. He's also very old.
I'm pretty sure that my brother Scav would like to meet him.
At some point, I hope he can. Is he a druid too?
He's not a druid, he's more of a ranger.
Oh!
But the last I heard, he went out scouting.
Oh! So he's doing the whole... she reaches up and she pushes her hair over very like emo style. "I'm a ranger and I must go out and be alone in nature and solo because I'm so edgy." So she goes back and fixes her hair.
He's not exactly that kind of ranger, but he does good. He does good. I'll give him that. He does good. Where some terrain is a little difficult for me to get through personally. So Scav has had my back a couple of times.
She's like, "Well, that's really good because having someone like that will make your travels a lot easier."
Mm-hmm.
And you see
I agree.
And as she's talking to you, you see the birds like moving around doing their usual like movements, and she sticks her staff in the actual dirt, and she's moving around mimicking them almost exactly, and they're just kind of a bit confused, thinking of, like, how to take this. And her like feathery headdress, whereas you have a horn one, she has like a feather one with all these different kinds of feathers.
Oh, that reminds me. Basil, these are for you.
She
But
looks
please
up.
be careful. You may get some slices or little nicks on your hands touching these.
She just, her eyes light up, and you can see all like the, and she just instantly starts crying with excitement as she takes them. And she's
now
like,
you have something to adorn your headdress with, or even use a couple of these in your tinctures or in your remedies or ingredients.
she immediately takes her headdress off and starts finding a place for them and weaving them in. And her hair is just a wild mess in every single direction.
I imagine Merida from Brave style.
Yeah.
Essentially, my hair when it's down.
Not like she's stuck a fork in an electrical socket.
Oh, it's a wild mess. And she puts her headdress back on and it calms it all back down. And she just kind of searches around her pack and she's looking for something and she takes out like this it's like a little bag and she holds it, she gives it out to you.
Takes the bag.
And the bag has a little bit of weight to it and as you pull the very, very old ties, it's like a really old leather, you see all these wooden figurines inside.
Ooh.
She's like, we can't do it here, but if we go out there, I can show you what it does.
I'll let the birds know that I'm gonna step away with Basil for a second.
Okay. As you do that, the birds kind of acknowledge that, and they're kind of like, you know, the really Basil's bird is standing there, and they're just kind of watching that bird peculiarly because that bird is just like this massive owl. They haven't seen anything like this before. And you picked up on it. Every time Basil takes a step and she lifts the staff, the bird kind of flutters its wings to help like alleviate its weight. But as you make your way outside, she's like, "Go ahead, try one of the little things. They're really cool. They're not all there anymore. Some of them got lost, but they're really neat. Just take it out and set it on the ground, and say, what's the phrase? Kalamazoo."
I'll take one of them out and do as instructed.
You take one out, and it's like it looks like almost like a giraffe. And as you set it on the ground and you say the keyword to it, you see the figurine shake a lot, and then it just explodes into a full-size, like, ethereal type of giraffe.
Oh, that's cool.
And she goes over and she pats it. She's like, "See, it's solid. It can do long neck things."
That is so cool.
I'll go over and touch the giraffe.
Where you're expecting your hand to go through it because it's transparent and kind of ghostly, your hand just hits solid, like you're actually touching an animal.
That is so cool.
What? What are these?
Well, my dad says they're the bag of animal tricks. I don't know what that means. And I think you'll have them better.
This would come in handy.
She's like, she reaches in and she pulls out like this wand, and it's got all these like feathers curved around it. And she's like, "This one I got as a gift, and I can summon more birds with it. It's really neat."
That is really cool.
She's like, "You point in the direction, and you do the weird thing. I'm not gonna do it because it's dangerous. And all these like ravens come out, and they attack whatever you're pointing at until it's hurt."
That's cool.
That
What
is
a
really
flock
cool.
of birds.
But the animal ones, they're all yours. You can have them. I hope they help you on your travels.
Well, thank you, Basil. That's very sweet of you. And I hope you enjoy those feathers as well. I know how you got very excited when you were speaking about the birds.
I love birds. They love me too. We're a flock of a feather. And all her various birds are sitting on top of the barn area, just kind of hanging out.
How'd the penguin get up there?
The penguin's not up there. The penguin is chilling out in the water trough. Took its towel off, hung it up.
I wonder how the vulture is reacting with the birds.
The vulture's actually rather chill with them. He seems to be kind of almost like the secondary boss of them.
He's a grumpy old man who's just too old for this shit.
Yeah. Essentially, that's
I
what
will
it is.
end you, kiddo. If it's the last thing I do.
If you want, you can do a nature on the old man bird.
Just the wand. If you use it at like low level and you only get like 2 crows out of it, is that just
That's a
like the
10
wand
for
of
nature.
attempted murder?
10? Attempted murder. You kind of look at the bird a little bit, and judging what you know about at least some birds, you're like, my God, that bird is at least 60 years old.
Damn.
That is a very old bird. Very old bird.
His head probably looks like a Dalmatian
Damn.
with all the spots.
Oh god, I'm just thinking of one of those vultures from Robin Hood.
I'd say that the skin on the head of that bird is very, 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 very tight.
You can see the details of its skull.
Damn.
Yes.
So she joins you back inside after it dissipates after about 2 or 3 minutes. And the figure is back, and you could just pick it up and put it back in the bag easily.
Do that and head back into the barn.
And you see your 2 birds still standing there with this giant, like, great horned owl. And the horned owl is just kind of making a little bit of a hoo sound. And the other birds are kind of, mimicking it a little bit too in their own way. Which sounds way more abrasive and dangerous.
They're failed lyrebirds.
Oh my God, what if she had a lyrebird?
Oh god.
Just makes tavern noises all the time.
Oh god, I thought you meant a bird with like a musical instrument.
No, that's you.
You are joking, right? Okay.
So Basil spends time with you, hanging out with the birds and learning their mannerisms ins and out, and she pulls out like her actual druid book and she starts sketching down pictures of them. But her sketches aren't anywhere near as clean as yours.
I'll help her with some of her sketches and just spend time with her and probably introduce her to some of the other druids so she can kind of venture off with them and learn more from them.
Okay, and she's very excited about that. She's never you're getting the idea that her parents travel a lot to towns. They're more of a city type of druid, so she doesn't get a chance to interact with a lot of like actual nature druids. You're discovering as she rambles on here and there that her parents tend to take care of the nature within cities. Checks in with the vermin and the trees.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And
So they're basically the lawn and garden service.
Well, the garden service of cities.
they're the lawn and garden services of druids.
That's actually kind of cool in all reality. I mean, who would you rather take care of your lawn and garden? A druid or a ranger?
They're the lawn care specialists.
Yeah. And they basically travel from city to city in this continent and look after all the nature within the cities.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty neat.
That is really cool.
And they're governed by the city itself, so it's like... Which brings up an interesting inquiry. If they find a violation, do they just slap a red tag on it and say, violation and charge them for harming nature. It's kind of
A
interesting.
red leaf.
A red leaf.
Red leaf.
Oh no, we've gotten a red leaf. Our garden's not adequate. So, back to the two troublemakers.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm walking nonchalantly
Mm-hmm.
with a bag of glitter
Yeah.
as far as up I can, trying to kind of like keep it kind of like hidden, like in the shadows, kind of thing.
Do a sneak.
Is this sleight of hand?
No, that's a sneak.
Stealth.
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 Oh, stealth. Okay. Oh fuck.
Thank you.
What'd
Thank you, Nate's dice.
What'd you roll?
How many guesses you won? But only one counts.
So as you enter this room, you kind of have like this, no pun intended, very cheesy smile on your face, and you're like, and you're kind of playing almost like the Mission Impossible song in your head, and you're kind of going in, and you're going over towards Mongo, and you immediately stop because you see this weird swirl ferret standing on the table. And you freeze for a moment out of confusion and accidentally pour all the glitter back on your own head. And you hear this.
Look up for my book.
And the ferret looks over at you and it just kind of makes ferret noises and does a little duke on the table.
The hell is that? I promise you, Mongo, you use that thing on me one more time, I will hurt you. I'm not joking around, buddy.
I think that's actually just Tom laughing. Not the character.
Oh, so broken.
Get this off of me. Prestidigitation doesn't work. No, don't. Prestidigitation does not work. Undo it. Yes. I figured out well, I wasn't sure I did it right. I finally figured it out. Watch. I make him,
Don't do it on the glitter. It doesn't work. It only
I'm
makes
not.
shit worse.
I'm going to make him glittery. Prestidigitation. Attempt to make him all look all glittery.
Okay. I'm betting it's going to be another one.
Yeah, probably. No, it's not bad. Oh, but this is at disadvantage. Okay, so 18, and then performance, because I only know with performance, natural 20.
Disadvantage.
No, not with performance.
So you see him do this weird, like, mamba dance. Where he has invisible maracas, and you're like, what are you doing? And then you feel something hit you, and you can see that you're kind of sparkly, but not anywhere near what he looks like. But Nikolai,
Yes.
you do probably remember the cool thing that you saw that you can hold over Nikolai's head. Or Mongo's head.
Yeah, Mongo's head. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I am out of it a little bit.
Oh, I won 5 gold on a wizard duel, I saw.
What?
It was cool. What?
Sorry, wizard duel.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
That is all.
like that other one that we saw where one guy got
Nope.
banished.
Way cooler. Like, way cooler, man. Like, phenomenally more cooler. That is all.
Got the glitter wand.
Nope. I'm already glittered. Not gonna do anything to me. Already glittered.
The monkey walks in, scoops up some glitter, and just over your head.
Yep. I don't care anymore.
I shine a light to make a disco ball effect again.
Don't care. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, see if any of those things in the bathroom get rid of this shit.
You're just going through the whole list, and none of it's working. And you realize you're going to be stuck with this. You know he's going to be stuck with this for 24 hours.
It will wear off.
I will go see if Harry's in.
Harry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you announce this or?
Nope.
Motherfucker.
See you later, Mongo.
And where the fuck are you off to?
Wow. they
The only other wand I have on me would be a little too mean.
the wand of breaking.
Uh-huh.
Use it on his machine.
Oh, that would be so evil.
That, like I said, that would be mean. I
Yeah.
didn't try how to aim that fucking wand yet.
I will go see Harry. Or try to see Harry. See if he's in.
Okay.
He's only been gone for like 3 hours, so he should still be in.
Yeah. Eventually, what do you do, Mongo?
After I'm done laughing. I'll probably go back to the books. Start trying to find out whatever I can, make a list of ingredients that I know I'm going to need.
And on top of that, you realize that when you go to the school, you're going to have a midterm exam. The look on Tom's face.
Your graduation exam.
Nope, midterm.
Midterm? Jesus. You have to report every freaking few months or something?
I'm not sure if Bloomtree gave me that information. But the basically the intro book that I got from the Tiefling, I'm going to make sure that's in good shape.
Actually, your performance would have been a disadvantage because it is an ability.
Performance? It's a
Well,
skill.
we move past it.
Performance skill.
Oh, yeah, skill. Sorry.
That's right.
So, you're going... So, yeah, you realize you have midterms coming up.
Fuck. Great, so not only do I have to survive the fucking trip, but then I also have to survive a test.
Well, if you don't survive the trip, I guess they can't charge you. That exorbitant amount of money.
They resurrect you and charge you anyway.
Yeah, it's like with wizards, you don't. Death may not just be an option there.
They just try to visit you in the afterlife, Larry. We're collecting our fee out of your soul. You're going to purgatory for that many years that you owe in platinum.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Wizard
What is
purgatory.
it, like 10,000
Where-
platinum or something like that?
Wizard purgatory, where you fail every single spell casting.
So you're completely useless for 10,000 years.
And all your magical items constantly break.
And you're rolling Arcana at disadvantage, right?
The way I fucking roll, you'd think I'm doing that already.
So, you head down.
Yes.
You eventually get to the wizard school, and you walk in, and Harry sees you, and he's, I have an improvement. You're absolutely smashing. I can make it permanent,
No, please.
but
I actually come to you to
you
ask.
would be so
see if you-
smashing.
It's interesting and fun, but I would like to be able to not have it.
Okay, how about this? I have an even better spell that you would be interested in. It's a spell of announcing. So whenever you enter a place, it will announce your presence and people can see your glorious shape.
That sounds fascinating. Mongo might appreciate something like that.
You don't even fucking know me. I know I'm not there. I know I'm not there. Appreciate that's it. You're
But
just trying to hurt me.
do you have any way to undo this?
Harry looks over and says, yes, but I'm not going to because it's glorious.
Fucking love Harry.
But Mongo did this to me.
Well, for once he actually did something that improved you.
Please. I mean, it would upset him if you're into breaking him.
I have an idea.
What's that?
He goes over and he casts something on you, and he holds a mirror in front of you, and you look perfectly normal.
Okay.
There. Now go before I turn you into a frog. Because I do love frog legs.
Okay. How much do I owe you?
Oh, just the sheer joy of seeing you back to normal and avenging manga.
Okay.
Right, and you head back up to the room.
Yeah. Thank you.
Eventually, he makes his way back, and he walks in, and he's still exactly the same.
Still glittery.
Yep. But he appears normal to himself.
I knew that's what was happening. Walk in. Ha! Harry cleaned it up. All they did was ask.
Harry, you say?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. he said he would I said that if he had a way to undo it, that it would upset you because you like the prank so much, and he said that sounds good. I'll do it.
He's right.
Do that to me again. And I swear, brother, you'll be hairless.
Now you're just trying to be mean.
Well, what do you think you're doing to me?
Hey, I only cleaned up your mess that you left in your gizmo.
Yeah, but that glitter shit wasn't necessary.
It was funny, and then you had to go and mess with it and make it 100 times worse.
Gentlemen,
Sorry.
back burner it. And keep going, but back burner it. Cayenne.
When you try to mess with it.
One of the things that you learn from Basil
Now I know.
that can help with scouting, but it depends on the day,
With prestidigitation. Last time.
is you can use one of the keyring of bird rings,
No.
bird calls that she called
I
you,
tried.
to actually use to help
So I thought
scout
last time
areas.
You got it wrong.
But
Mongo, you blew
again,
up the camp.
birds, it's very dependent on weather because of birds.
How many times have I cleaned
Yes.
myself with that fucking spell?
'Cause birds-
Depends on the area and what
There's
type of
even
bird.
a chance I could have gotten it wrong.
You just get an army of chickens.
I thought there was a chance.
What would you...
This was before you became an actual wizard.
Even beforehand, how many times did I cast that fucking spell?
what would you like to do, Cayenne?
I can't count that high, but maybe you could.
Did Basil
You may need to take your shoes off
go
to
to
do that,
the
You
druids?
cast that spell so often.
She went back to her parents. She's going to have to go back to her parents to let her know where she's going, essentially.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
she's excited to go out there.
But don't do that glitter.
Okay.
Half
Well,
of
if that's
this is
the
my
case,
fault.
then I'd
I'll give you
probably-
that.
Go to the
But I tell you what,
go to the room and see
let's do it to
what's going on.
Okay. You get back to the room,
That'd be funny.
and you see some, like, the dissipating, like, glitter on the ground, and you open the door, and you see the weird-looking ferret on the table doing, like, a whole meerkat thing, watching, as Mongo is standing there, and he's talking to Nikolai, and you see Nikolai just looks like a puffball that is covered in glitter and just this vibrant rainbow of colors.
So he basically looks like a makeup powder puff, just with added glitter.
Yeah, there you go.
You just made it so much worse.
Yes, he is a makeup powder puff with a tail.
His tail's barely sticking out at this point because he's so fluffy.
Oh my
to
god,
get
this is
artwork of
ridiculous.
that, dude.
No.
We have to.
Oh,
When shit goes wrong, right? That's what it's titled.
Longo, have you figured out your friend's name yet?
Oh, you mean Noodle?
Noodle kind of looks over in your direction, and swirls change different colors.
Yeah, hello, Noodle.
It looks it back over at you.
What does he do?
He noodles about.
Oh. Where's the skeletal cat?
It's still curled up on your lower back.
You mean to tell me it has not moved once?
Nope. Every once in a while, you can hear the long bones, ribs expand a little bit like it's breathing.
Just like ribs creaking a little bit.
So if it goes to rub against something, do you just hear that xylophone sound?
Yeah.
Possibly every once in a while, it got up, did the little usual cat stretch, got back comfy again.
So that bone cat has adopted you, huh? There, Cayenne?
I guess.
As you mention it, it kind of, you see this skeletal head pop up over her shoulder, just looking in your direction with its eyeless glare.
That's weird. It's a bone cat.
Bone cat.
And you see it has a collar on it with a name tag on it, but you
Can I
can't
see
make
from
it
here?
out.
Oh, okay. Oh, he has a collar. What's his name? Or its name? Is it Boney?
I'm gonna try to see if I can make it out.
Okay. It would be pretty easy. Go ahead and just do a general investigation on it.
That's a modified 20.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you grab the collar a little bit and you look at it while it's there, and you kind of rub off a bunch of like old sediment and dirt, and you're like, oh, its name is Bojangles.
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 Not bone jingles. That'd be funny. Bone jingles.
Oh, this
Just want to call them Bojangly.
Bojangly. Oh, the updated art of this group is going to be so weird.
Fuck.
Yeah. Freaking nuts.
Once you guys get to level 10 and there's updated art, oh god.
We gotta wait to level 10?
Unless Tom just gets random art before then.
There's a very real fucking possibility.
But yes, Bojangles is just kind of standing on your shoulder like one of those weird black cats does.
Is Parrot Cat.
And your mushroom, your glow shroom is standing on its head.
Oh my gosh. I hope I have some tiny, little bitty sentient spores. Because I truly hope that they'll just cling to the ribs.
It just has this,
Home.
it just has
Now
this
he glows.
eternal glow.
A glowing bone cat.
The light is just
Yeah,
coming
you
out
have
of its
two
head
glow
too.
shrooms that just made a bed inside the eye sockets.
There you go. That'd be funny.
Has some moss growing along the backside with a bunch of little mushrooms growing out of it.
That'd be cool.
So, what is the group doing?
Weirding everybody the fuck out.
So, Cayenne, I would really like to know what you were up to for a couple days. I missed you. Is there anything you want to share?
I literally told you, Nikolai, what I did. Spoke to druids. Learned druid stuff.
Okay. Okay.
There's not much else to tell than that.
Okay.
You see Noodle. He holds up something. He sticks it on his head, and it's one of the. It's actually one of the vulture feathers that just fell off. You stand there, and there's one feather sticking up.
This guy.
Well, I will find a spot, and I will attempt to, since I'm not in my screen that's just glittering all over the place, I will attempt to do the identify on that scroll that Starbar gave me, so that I can see how it works, if it works, if it's just a one-time thing, I don't know.
The funniest detail you guys have seen, though, so far is every time he takes steps, he's leaving little glitter footprints, like little... So you can see everywhere he stepped and walked, and...
We'll let him go off, and then go over to Cayenne. He thinks he got turned down to normal. Don't worry, it will wear off, and he will go back to it. He just thinks he's already there. So just play along.
You guys are so devious.
Yes, I know.
The
So-
sibling rivalry is real in this group.
Keep
Go.
your friends close, your enemies closer. Apparently, your family in the same fucking room.
So, go ahead and roll that.
Okay. What am I rolling? Since just intelligence again? Trying to duplicate the things Mongo does, so intelligence and performance?
Intelligence is an ability check, so that's disadvantage.
Yep.
Performance is a skill check.
Jesus. 10 on the intelligence. And the performance is natural 20.
Wow, did that hurt?
How is everybody rolling a fucking better performance than the performer?
I don't know.
Fuck.
I have much...
Well,
no, because
Mongo.
that would have gone away.
Mongo, there's a difference between a performer and a bad performer. Figure out which camp you're in.
Wow. And Nikolai would totally forego the performance if he knew he could.
Just messing with you, man. You do good work.
Yeah.
Don't make me throw some emotional D20s at you.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if you mean physically or emotionally.
Emotional 100? So, you kind of scratch your head going through the actual thing. You realize it's a schematic of some sort that you would understand, but you get more distracted with the performance, and you and Cayenne, it catches your attention, and Mongo, it catches your attention. You look over in the section of the room he's in, and he's basically doing the whole Cuban Pete dance perfectly in line. And he's actually into it.
Now that needs to be some fucking artwork.
Totally mumbling under my breath whenever I think it's appropriate. It's like, this is stupid. Why do wizards do this performance shit?
It's oddly a little captivating and surprising, but it looks almost like a bouncing makeup ball.
Gotta talk to him about how to convert this spell to a real artificer spell. This is stupid. It takes so much more time.
I get my fucking drum out and just start kind of going with the beat to it.
And you see him start dancing more to the beat. Roll a performance, Mungo.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, stop cocking it.
16.
16. You find the beat of it to his dance, and you start dancing more to it. And you look over, and Noodle is mimicking your dance.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
And Noodle hops off and goes over to you, and you start dancing with Noodle, and it's just the weirdest image that you've ever seen. Wow. And with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and call it a night.
We're ending it on the dancing makeup ball, shaking and shimmying next to a color-changing ferret.
Swirly.
Swirly.
Swirly, yeah.
Ferret. and a centaur with a skeleton cat looking on.
Oh my god, this is a ridiculous night.
Wow.
And the kobold and Feisty missing it.
Missing.
Welcome to D&D, everyone, where you never know where the group's going to end up.
Or the sentences that will be said.
Yeah. Feisty dice. Actually, I have a specific dice I roll for Feisty.
Oh yeah.
I don't have it out right now.
Oh, Feisty isn't with us.
But, folks at home, we're going to go ahead and call it a night here. We want to thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us, especially with the technical difficulties, which we will continue to address until they are stomped out, even if we have to make Nikolai eventually roll a natural 20. Thank Cayenne. She tuned in, even though she's a little bit under the weather.
Super Trooper.
But she
Thank
will
you, Cayenne.
hopefully be back next week in full force to physically glare at Mongo in person.
Yes.
I might actually give her a riding crop so she could just smack you.
No, if I like. No, I'm pretty sure I don't like that idea. Let's not do that.
We're advancing this to AD&D. All right, let's say goodnight to everybody. And
Good night. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for joining us. Tell your friends.
Yes.
That's actually a great comment. Where the plot doesn't matter because the players always somehow make it a comedy.
I love that.
About D&D in general or us?
It's always sunny in DD.
There you go.
Actually, it's always Saturday in D&D for us.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. You have a good night. Thank
Good
you
night.
for tuning in. You have a
Bye.
wonderful night and wonderful week.
Yep. Thank you.